4.
Live from Toronto, it's FreeFlow Showcase.
God, FreeFlow Showcase!
Brought to you by our sponsors, Flow and Free, and featuring Anto, Danielle, Ashley, Annie, Taylor, Blue, Raiza. We got a
Millsy's in the house.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's going to be, and Milesy. Oh, we got Milesy. He's going to be our newest showcase regular. Welcome to the show, Milesy. I have to admit, today's going to be a bit anticlimactic. I mean, after Ashley's birthday bash last week, I don't know how we're going to top that. We're going to probably come like a distant second last. But it'll be a good show nonetheless. We're going to be performing some original music by a lot of great talents. We get some poetry. We're going to get some more poetry. Daniel's going to play some music at the end and wild with his amazing talents. So we're into, what is this, week 7 or week 8 of quarantine? Oh my God. FreeFlow number 7, quarantine week number 7 or 8. It's pretty much the same. We're in month number 2 anyways. It sucks, whatever. So we're doing our best not to go crazy, not to go batty, not to start chewing on our toenails and fingernails. It's a bit crazy over here. Oh, Daniel, get that foot out of your mouth. Yeah, so it's a bit crazy. I don't know. I think the only person coming through is the government. Trudeau and his cabinet, they've been giving money to everyone in this country. That's about the only good thing from COVID-19. The government has figured out how to give us all basic income. So hey, something's got to come out of it. So now we can all do our music and write our poetry and be artists full time because hey, we got guaranteed livable income coming, ladies and gentlemen. Woo! We're into the future. Just kidding. I don't think the conservatives would let it. It'll be a riot. They'll be burning flags and throwing tomato juice at freaking bus stops. Who knows? So yeah, it's going to be an interesting show. More talented performers lined up. We're trying to beat away the blues because COVID-19 is eating away at our hearts and our souls. But hey, what can you do? It's this is the new world order. This is the base of the revolution. If you ever wondered how we were going to change the world, it's up to a virus, ladies and gentlemen. Just like we knew back in 1980 when they made all those disaster movies. I don't have much else to say. I'm just rambling. So, Anto, I'm going to hand it over to you. All right, buddy?
All right. Thank you. All right. Hey, everybody. How's it going? It is awesome to be here. I'm so excited about today. Thank you, Adrian, for making us all super fearful for our lives. That's great.
I'm good at that.
Yeah. Well, I love the idea of how for now we are in this like world, this like we're stuck in this world where we actually are able to do our art, but only because the world is coming to an end. So who would have known that that's what it would have taken for us to be able to have a livable income and to be able to do that? Because before this, all of us were definitely, well, I was struggling in terms of like just being able to keep like afloat. And then now to be able to like do this and every day being able to create, every day being able to work on like, you know, different projects and stuff like that. I absolutely love that. And I'm so grateful right now to be able to be in this room with you guys, other artists that I very much respect, and to be able to like see the work that you guys have been doing. You guys can see I'm actually in my parents' home. Today was the first day I was able to come out of the quarantine. So I like went upstairs and then like literally every second I was looking, I was like, I went to go like wash a dish and I like just like heard a person and then it was my sister and then I was like, oh my God, like I just am not used to being around humans at all. Like, and then my dad comes in, I was like, there's like 3 of us in this room. This is so weird. You know, I'm just, like not used to having like human contact right now. I've just been in this basement for like, you know, 7-8 days or whatever. The stack of dishes was like this high. I like brought them all up and then my dad's face was like, why did I have children? Like, you know, like that's what he like, he was like, this is such a terrible thing that I had this, I was telling you guys, about, my name, in a different week. My actual Chinese name, is Ming. And, Ming actually means like bright and like, kind of like, it's like sun and moon put together. And then, my brother's name is actually Chong. And it means to like, you know, to move forward, to like go and get your kind of like goals, you know, very like strong, you know, name. So it's Chong and then Ming, and you put those together, and that actually means intelligence, you know. And then Yun, that's my sister's name, that actually means accident. That's what that means. So and you put those together, you put intelligent accident, and that actually is all of our names put together. And I think my parents were just trying to cover it up, you know. They're like, oh yeah, we did that on purpose. It's a really smart thing that we did. It brought us this beautiful baby, you know. So I went and I asked my mom, I was like, is that true? Is my name mean like bright? Is that why I'm like the way I am? And she's like, actually, your name in Chinese, it actually means annoying brother. That's what it means. That's good. And then I was like, what's my brother's name then? If my name's not correct, Mom, what does that mean? And she says, yeah, that just means that his brother is also annoying. That's what Chong means. So that sucked. Knowing that. So one of the things, though, I wanted to share today, and I will share a little bit more. I've been doing it's like a 24-day, 25-day poetry writing challenge so far. So I've done every single day in the month of April. And it has been, the last like 3-4 days has been such a struggle. I've stayed up to like 5 a.m. writing these. And it's kind of like one of those things, I was telling Rice about this before, it's about creating the opportunity for you to express in multiple of your emotions and to have a practice that's so consistent. That's something that I'm really like, I look forward to every night. Even if it's like a challenge, it's making it so that I'm able to express myself, not only writing when I'm really like emotional or overwhelmed and things like that. So it's really pushing me to like kind of connect to all parts of myself in terms of like my artistry. So if anybody out there is wondering, how can I start like accessing different parts of myself and not just feeling like, you know, if you're a comedian and you're just doing jokes at first, if you write every single day, you'll run out of shit to joke around about, right? So then you have to start connecting to other parts of yourself in terms of your artistry. So just keep having a consistent practice. It's a really great way to be able to push yourself as an artist and to like connect to all the different layers of ourselves as people. Because even if you're a comedian, you still have to have things that come from a dark place and have different layers to yourself in that way. So anyways, that's just one thing that I've been working on. I hope all of you guys have been keeping up your artistic practices. I've been chatting with a lot of you guys and I've been hearing a lot about it as well. So I love that. We had an amazing show last week. I was really grateful to be able to be a part of that. I'm going to actually share one of our next our performers for tonight actually has there's a duo. There's two of them. And they're going to start the whole show for us today. It was our birthday girl last week. Yeah, that's right. If you're looking at their screen right now, they had no idea. That's why I'm stalling and taking as long as I am, because it's amazing how we can do this. The thing that I love about our performers that are coming up is that I've seen them on their own individually, and the work that they do individually is absolutely incredible. And to be able to actually have them come together and perform as a team, I'm sure it's only going to amplify. It's going to reflect off each other. It's going to be like when, imagine, you know, like when during the day you're looking at the sun and you're like, wow, it's so bright and so beautiful. And then you look on the other side and you see the moon at the same time is out as well. And you're like, what are the fucking chances of this happening at the same time? And you're looking at both and you get to, that's what this is going to be, guys. This is what I'm excited about. We're going to have them perform and they're going to dazzle us. They're going to make us feel amazing. And we're going to be really excited, hopefully. So everybody give them a big round of applause. You can unmute yourselves. Give a big round of applause right now for Lou and Ashley, everybody. Give it up for them. Still on my face. There you are. Beautiful.
There you go.
There you go.
Hey guys, yeah, thanks for the intro. That was quite. You probably oversold us there a little bit. It'll be hard to live up to those expectations.
I could do it again if you want. I can do yours like worse.
I think you did enough. I think that's a pretty good intro. I think we're good.
Yeah.
We're gonna try basically not to do a disaster here. That's
Basically,
really
like
cool.
Lou just showed up to my house at like 7 o'clock, and like we plugged everything in, and like the first thing we started playing and singing, we're just gonna sing to you guys right now. But we basically accomplished what we wanted to get done today in like the first 10 minutes of it being here, so it was pretty great.
Yeah. So here goes nothing.
All
you
right, here
guys.
goes nothing. Am I gonna hear myself?
Yeah, I think so. Hang on. Try that.
Yeah, yeah. Can you hear me? Mother, where are you now? I could use some guidance through this trouble now. I said, Father, I know that you're trying hard. Open the gateways. I want to melt into my bright heart. I want to melt into my bright heart. I'm going back to the side, to my bright heart. Yeah,
Nice.
say, Mother, yeah, where are you now? I could use some guidance through this troubled ground, through this troubled ground. I know that you are here with me now. Guiding light, I'm going back to the start. I'm going back to the start with my bright heart. I'm going back to the start, coming from my bright heart. Yeah. My bright heart. I'm going back to the start. I'm going back to the start. Yeah.
Oh, that sounds great.
I'm going back to the start. Yeah. From my bright heart. I could use some guidance through this troubled ground, through this troubled ground. I know that you are here with me now. Guiding light, yeah, yeah. Guiding light, yeah. Yeah, guiding light, oh, yeah. I'm going back to the start. Take it away. I'm trying to keep my sanity.
Nice. I think that's pretty good. We could go on forever, honestly. Ta-da!
Woo! Do more.
Yeah,
We could do more.
Just
Yeah,
a
do
little
some
bit,
more.
right?
Let's
Yeah,
see.
definitely do more. That was amazing. Yo,
Love
that
it.
was like I was totally right about that shit. You guys killed that. That was like looking at the sun and the moon at the same time.
Yeah.
Yo, 333 legendary.
Woo!
Yo,
Yeah.
lactose intolerance.
The sky and the sun and his moon.
The sky and the sun and the moon and the stars.
All right, let me come up with something.
Hold on, he's gonna come up with something.
time. That's the one thing with loops. You gotta get it right, or else it just doesn't work.
Yeah. That was
Awesome.
so cool.
Yeah, sounds great.
Too original.
Yeah.
I was sitting
Awesome.
here. Ooh, we could make a whole album in like a day. Just give us
No,
like
it's so good.
Should.
Yeah, it's like when that fucking beat hits. So beautiful. All right, great. Thank you so much. You guys good? You guys want another one short one? Or are you good?
I think we're good. Honestly, like we could just do it. I don't know when to stop because like this kind of thing, I could layer more stuff.
yeah, it's like endless.
Yeah, like I think maybe if there's time later, that'd be cool.
Okay,
but
yeah, maybe on the open mic, if you wanted to jam, you could pretend it's your spot, whatever. Okay, cool. Thanks, man. Guys, one more time, give it a big round of applause. That was amazing. Holy shit. This is so cool. Like that was like the first time I think that we've ever had like to that. I felt like it was so many layers, and that was so cool. Really appreciate that. So Lou and Ashley, give them a big round of applause, everybody. Lou and Ashley, love it. Yes.
Check. Oh yeah, it's working.
Yeah.
Great job.
Thank you.
Woohoo! Woohoo! All right. So it is one of the things that I always think is so amazing is that when you get two different people who obviously have different things that they excel at, when they combine their efforts, it's not like you really see like, okay, this person's really good at this other person's really good at this. And then when they come together, it's actually like, sometimes it's completely different. And I wasn't expecting to that level where there was all the bass and everything. It was just so good. But I also know nothing about music. So literally take this all for very, like, it's one of those things where you're just like staring at, you're like, wow, that's very well done. I appreciate that so much, you know? So, okay. It's like, anybody ever seen glass blowing? Like when someone like, that's what this is like. When you're watching it, you're just like, wow, that's fucking awesome. But I am very hyped as well because I just had a coffee. I don't drink coffee that often, but I definitely feel like I'm going to lift this table over my head very soon. So I'm pretty hyped right now. And I'm really grateful that I get to be in a room with all of these wonderful people that I just appreciate so much. You guys have taught me so much in the last like couple months. One of the poems that I recently was able to share with my friends and everything was about how this community has helped me deal with a lot of my family's challenges. You know, sometimes my family might be going through certain things, might be fighting and stuff, but this community has taught me what it's like to be open with communication, to come from like a loving place and to be able to grow together as a team. So I really appreciate that. All the people who work on the show, as well as this community of you guys. So thank you for that. Our next performer, she has done our open mic a couple times, and I am just so excited for her to have a little bit more time to, you know, breathe a little bit and to be able to share like truly from their hearts. And that's all we could ever ask of you guys. So please put your hands together for one of my favorite Canadians now. I think you're considered Canadian now. You're one of us now. You're wearing a winter hat, so it counts, I think. So everybody give a round of applause for Risa, everybody.
Risa.
Yeah.
Hi.
Oh my God, it's
How's it going, y'all?
We're good.
Okay, this is really exciting. I'm very proud of this moment of being asked to perform as opposed to putting my hand up for an open mic. Considering I only just started doing poetry this year, it's pretty cool. And thank you for this space. So this first poem that I'm gonna say, well, recite or speak for you, is actually inspired by all y'all beautiful people.
Aww.
Yeah. Okay. Starting now. If a brain can storm, can a heart storm too? Can energy generating lightning bolts of love and care shoot from the center of my being through my fingertips and eyes and voice through to your heart? Can I zap warmth and light that floods your being, traveling from your crown to your tippy toes, out of your eyes and mouth like a beacon for peace? Can I send you good energy along the arc of a rainbow, knowing that in reality, a rainbow is a full circle so that whatever energy I give you, you give me? Can our appreciation of each other be our silver linings? Can we help each other bloom? My eyes are burning, I'm so sorry. It's not even me crying. Okay. Can our appreciation of each other be our silver linings? Can we help each other bloom? Can we break down the walls and barriers between us so that we can build pillars of trust that support and lift us? We can, and we have been, and we will continue to do so. You and me and we, together through our struggles and our triumphs, through our overwhelming sorrows and our overwhelming joys. Everything that we've been through makes us stronger, and together we thrive.
Yes. Yes. The answer
Thank
is
you.
yes.
That's how I feel about y'all.
Jeez.
Okay.
Thank you.
Can I do another one?
Please.
Definitely do multiple more ones.
Yeah. Wait, let me like rub my eye. I don't know why this happens, but I feel like my eyes just burn sometimes. I don't know why. These aren't tears.
Crying, it's okay.
I'm not crying.
I'm not crying.
I'm not crying. My eyes are just sweating. Yeah. All right, this is a poem that I wrote. I don't know if I like calling myself a poet, even now. It makes me feel uncomfortable. But this is a poem that I wrote about not being a poet. It's a bit of a piss take and I like it, so I'm sharing it with you guys. I'm not a poet. I just love watching poets do their thing, hearing their words flow through the room from their heart into mine. I'm not a poet. I just love watching poets feel their own words and emotions on stage, being so brave and open with their experiences, allowing their words to breathe life to their pains and fears and loves and triumphs. I'm not a poet. I just love experiencing the energy in the room, watching the captivated audience and snap and hoot and holler, there for every word and brave statement. They're even louder when a poet stumbles, ready to catch them and love them and remind them of their greatness. I'm not a poet. I just sometimes like expressing myself through writing, but like it doesn't rhyme or have rhythm. I'm just inspired by those around me and their experiences and my experiences and the emotions that I feel. I'm not a poet, but I just think of words that sometimes do rhyme and do flow and think them up in my head and enjoy them for myself. Maybe write them down, but never share them. Like these words right here, I doubt I'll ever share them, and I don't know how to end this poem, so clearly I'm not a poet, but I could be.
Yeah.
That's
like,
awesome.
with lines like that, you think you're a comedian too.
Yeah, that's me.
Beautiful.
Love you so much, Raisa.
Thank you so much, Raisa. Yes.
Thank you,
One
guys.
more poem.
One more poem.
Yes.
More.
Or you can just talk to us. Let us we'd love to just one more thing. We'd love a little bit more of you.
Okay. Damn it, I've run out of the happy ones. Can I do it?
Yes.
Oh, but I don't want to cry. I already cried my photo of cries. All right. We shouldn't speak ill of the dead. We shouldn't reveal their secrets. We shouldn't expose them to scrutiny when they can't defend themselves, but should we not speak our truths? I had so much growing to do, and so did you. And I love you, I love you, I love you. I loved you more than I loved myself and my family and my friends, and yet, in retrospect, the version of me that I was with you was my least loved version of myself. That Raisa, her decisions were made to please you. Everything I did and said and thought was for you. I based my life on your constant approval. The Raisa I was when I was with you was not a true version of Raisa. She was just who you wanted me to be. And I love you. I promise I love you still. And I love that I was loved by you. But it is strange to look back and feel so loved by you, but feel so judged by you too. I had to relearn who I was in the months and the years after you passed, because who was I if not in relation to you? And I know you love me and wanted the best for me and wanted me to be the best version of myself. But by saying that, you were also saying that who I was not enough. But I was enough, and I am enough, and I will always be enough. And not just enough, more than enough. I am perfect in my imperfections. I am beautifully me. I did it without crying, guys.
Yo, I don't even think that was a sad poem. I thought it was
No.
insightful and like that was great.
Yes, it was. Oh, give a big round of applause, everybody, to Raisa.
Love.
Love. Awesome, Raisa. Thank you so much.
Thanks for having me.
No problem. And we'll have you on back again soon, too.
Okay.
I think that's the thing. I actually used to think that poem was a sad poem because when you first read it, you started crying very quickly at the beginning of the poem, and I think that the weight of your emotions towards it made it like as if it was sadder as well. But like I feel like it's evolved with you as a poet, as a creator, and like to be able to hear you experience it again with us in that way is just like I'm so excited, about like sharing more of my own poetry and things too. So I'm actually gonna read something now because you inspired me. I was gonna just talking about the community and how valuable it was. So this was actually from the 12th day of this month. And I was actually still in Toronto. And I was like really feeling lot of worry about coming home and seeing my family and like the weight of that would be. As I was on my own, and then so I started thinking about you guys and the community and like what it is that I have with you guys and how I was able to use those skills to be able to connect to what it was I was walking into. So here we go. Coping, capable to deal, finding the right path. It can be daunting, positivity flaunting, instead recenter, home base erase, resets overwhelm, grabbing helm, taking control. Sometimes I lose myself. I let go of the reins. This kingdom needs command. Collective creation connecting. I lean on my community. Floating life raft at sea, open to support, put in motion. Riding out the current, surfing the waves, movement of water impacted by the moon. Symbiotic relationship, the sun, the earth, the moon, enlightening the load, completely worth the wait. As the family's challenges continue to arise, this pained cries, emotional pains, guilt, fear arise. My responsibilities becomes my responsibility. Be the home, my community, provided at this time. Everything I've learned will assist when the time comes. The solutions have all passed, and all that matters is love. Frenetic stress pairs with beautiful progress. These steps brought to past generations, interpersonal relationships. The bridges laid out, safety offered, can finally provide the strength. They have seeked, I peek into the, my handwriting, what's this say? The future, I peek into the future. It will not be easy, but I'm listening to what will be best. For the whole family, my needs secondary. This Chan family dynasty, primary, fortunately. Yeah. So, yes. So that was one of the things I just, thank you. Yeah, one of the things that I absolutely want to say I appreciated at that time, I was just feeling very overwhelmed in terms of like walking back into some stresses in my life, but to be able to like think about how we've dealt with some of our challenges, all the work that we're putting into these shows to make sure that they're good vibes, everybody having a good time together and laughing and loving. I just wanted to share my appreciation paired with Rice's. I feel like our poems side by side just look so good. It's like, you know, when two people are hanging out and they put them back to back, they're just like, yeah, that's what right there. I hope that we're in the right spots. But yeah, we're standing side by side in there. But yes, it was really great to be able to share that alongside with you, Risa. So that was really awesome. Thank you again for your set. So we're gonna actually move forward with our next performer. He's in the gallery, my favorite place outside of my own home. I love going to the gallery. If any of you guys have not been there, they do amazing programming. They're able to really share a lot of like great events there, as well as the art there is absolutely amazing. And the next performer is actually in the gallery right now, so you can see in the background all this amazing art that's behind him. So give a huge round of applause to the man himself, Adrian Curry. Yeah.
Uh-oh, we lost you. We can't hear you, buddy.
Okay, welcome to Gallery 1017. Welcome to FreeFlow Showcase. Another great show. That was amazing. Thank you, Riza, for sharing and for opening up your heart to us again. We love it. It's amazing. Yeah, just keep at it, baby. You're gonna flower and turn into a superstar if you're not already one. But yeah, we're here. So last week was Ashley's birthday, and I sang a song, Behind Blue Eyes, which is a bit of a sad song, but I like it. I like sad songs. And so this week I'm going to change it up a little bit. It's not exactly a house song, or I don't know who's going to be, or Justin Bieber, but it's a bit more upbeat. So yeah, let me know if you recognize it. It's Van Morrison. All right.
Say hi to Adrian.
Hey, where did we go? Days when the rain came down in the hollow, playing a new game, running and a laughing, hey, hey, skipping and a jumping in the misty morning fog with Our hearts are jumping with you. My brown-eyed girl. You're my brown-eyed girl. Do you remember when we used to sing sha la 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 sha la 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 la. And whatever happened to Tuesday so slow, going down the old mine with the transistor radio, playing in the sunlight, laughing, hiding behind the rainbow's wall, skipping and sliding all along the waterfall with you, my brown-eyed girl. You're my brown-eyed girl. Do you remember when we used to sing sha la 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 da, sha la 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 da. So hard to find my way now that I'm on my own. I saw you just the other day. My, how you have grown. Cast my memory back there, Lord. Sometimes I know it comes sneaking out, making love in the green, green grass, behind staying young with you, my brown-eyed girl. You're my brown-eyed girl. Do you remember when we used to sing sha la 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 sha la 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 sha la 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 sha la 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 la. That one's dedicated to Reza.
Adrian, woo!
Yeah.
That was so fun.
All right, are you gonna sing us all songs?
I love you, Adrian.
Yeah, Daniel, next week's yours.
Yeah.
What do I get? I get some wacky, hopefully. All right, I'm looking forward to it.
We'll see. All right. That's all I got.
All right, yo, guys, give a big round of applause for Adrian in the actual 1017, one of the coolest places ever. Any of you guys have not been to 1017 and you're in Toronto, definitely make your way there when all of this subsides. Does anybody have a prediction how long this is going to be? I have no idea at this point, but I really hope that it's going to be in the next little bit. But they already canceled all of the summer stuff, so right when this is all done, we should have a huge festival in 1017. That's what we should do. We're gonna have a whole week of programs and stuff like that. All of them probably weed-based, hopefully. So Sarah, hello, how are you? Nice to. You asked if Annie's here. Yeah, she's gonna be back here in a couple minutes. She'll be back. Oh, there she is. So yes, it is amazing though. One of the things I wanted to share with you guys too is 1017. The type of programming that I've noticed that goes through there is really arts-based, and it's about the artists themselves, and to be able to actually share the process and the creation of it. So I've always appreciated that, and I love the first time that me and Daniel actually went in there, and we realized that we were going to be doing a show. We stood on that stage. I honestly imagined our first 1017 show before all the people went in there. It was just like you could see it all coming together and seeing all the different types of artists coming together, and to be able to share that stage with like so many greats already. And so being able to do this still live now every single week. If anybody out there is not on the show tonight or booked on the show tonight, we will have an open mic after. At this point, it might be around 10:30. That's what I'm guessing, maybe 11 still. So our next performer, though, guys, I don't know if any of you guys have just felt like, man, if I just put my music to like as priority, I'm going to do as many shows as I possibly can. I'm going to hustle as much as I can. Our next performer is like the epitome of this shit. He says this is his third show today. I have not done three things in general today. So I want you guys to give a huge round of applause and welcome the incredible Millsy, everybody. Give it up for Millsy.
Woo, Millsy.
Hey, thanks, man.
Yeah.
Hustle.
All right, so wait, how many songs am I allowed to play again?
Two, three. Somewhere there.
2, 3. Okay,
Yeah,
I'll do
it
3.
depends how
Sounds
long your
good.
songs are, but yes.
All right, so I'll just start off. Why not do the kazoo one first? Kazoo is always a fun time.
Ooh.
All right, so this first one is the first one I ever wrote way back in 2015. And it's basically about my first ever breakup, and I hope you enjoy it. I walked a million miles, still can't make you smile. Oh no. Can't fight it no more. My heart's on the floor. Oh no. You made my day and you swept it away. It's hard to explain. You're driving me insane. You locked me away. Now I'm a slave. Can't escape this cage. Oh no. If I was released, I wouldn't be free, because you have me trapped in love. Trapped in love. Trapped in love. Trapped in love. Oh no. Why was that time so short? Our love drifted off course. Oh no. I wish I would have known. Now you would just let me go. Oh no. You made my day and you swept it away. It's hard to explain. You're driving me insane. You locked me away. Now I'm a slave. Can't escape this cage. Oh no. If I was released, I wouldn't be free, because you have me trapped in love. Trapped in love. Trapped in love. Trapped in love. Oh no. You locked me away. Now I'm a slave. Can't escape this cage. Oh no. If I was released, I wouldn't be free, because you have me trapped in love. Trapped in love. Trapped in love. Trapped in love. No. But yeah, that's Dropped in Love.
Yeah. Holy moly. Loved it.
Thank you. Next up, let's see, is this the right fret? It is. All right, so this is one, I think I may have played it on a past show, but this one is called Numbers, and it's going to be out May 22nd. But yeah, it's basically a song about sick of my life being defined by numbers, whether that's my income, my grades, or whatever else it's like, oh, you do X amount of things. But like, I am more than my numbers. But yeah, this is what this song is about, and I hope you enjoy it. If the numbers are my life, and I'm working day and night, then why do I feel so old? If I want to make this pay, can't afford to make mistakes. When will I break free from there? You say reach the stars, oh, but my arms can only stretch so far. 'Cause I won't let you cage me, I won't fall back down. If you wanna stop me, well, you can leave right now. Too many times I've crawled and you all stand in my way. I've got one life to live and you can't take that away. You can't take that away. You can't take that away. The rabid dog that gets put down, the teacher's pet that gets a crown. I can't live my life in a cage. Discipline, it's all the time. Oh, don't you dare step out of line. I'm not a number, use my name. You say reach the stars, oh, but my arms can only stretch so far. 'Cause I won't let you cage me, I won't fall back down. If you wanna stop me, well, you can leave right now. Too many times I've crawled and you all stand in my way. I've got one life to live and you can't take that away. You can't take that away. You can't take that away. You'll never win me over. I will not fall back down. And if you think we're done here, we'll see who's laughing now. 'Cause I won't let you cage me, I won't fall back down. If you wanna stop me, well, you can go to hell. I won't let you cage me, I won't fall back down. If you wanna stop me, well, you can leave right now. Too many times I've crawled and you all stand in my way. I've got one life to live and you can't take that away. 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 But yeah, that one's going to be out May 22nd on all streaming platforms.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I loved the
Yeah. Mhm.
It was awesome, man. Yo, keep going. Keep
Okay,
going.
I got how many more do you think I can play? One more, two more? What do you think?
Play the next one. We'll see if that's cool, because it just depends
Yeah.
on time. But yeah, that's great, man. You're doing amazing.
Thank you. All right, so this next one is called Never Keep Us Down, and this one's actually everywhere right now if you want to watch it after all the lovely people here perform. This is not the right fret. Is this the right fret? This is the right fret. We're actually... This is the right fret. Third time's charm, as they say. All right, so this song is called Never Keep Us Down. It's basically about standing up for what you believe in. And I wrote it in the midst of the whole net neutrality thing that was going on in the States back in 2017. But I think, especially with everything going on right now, this virus will never keep us down. We'll always persist through it. But yeah, hope you enjoy it. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide, too high a cost to let it slide. When all is lost, when day is night, will be the match that sparks the light. We won't submit to their game. We're the ones they call insane. In a world so bleak and mundane, it's time to start the flame. We can't afford to lose this fight for what we know is right. And when they try to break the crowd, you'll never keep us down. You'll never keep us down. When they shadow facts to hide the truth, we'll be the ones who see right through. No reason why they lie to you, it's right here we already knew. We won't submit to their game. We're the ones they call insane. In a world so bleak and mundane, it's time to start the flame. We can't afford to lose this fight for what we know is right. And when they try to break the crowd, you'll never keep us down. You'll never keep us down. Be loud, not silent. Be strong, not violent. Let's show the wicked corruption that we've had enough of them. Enough of them. We can't afford to lose this fight for what we know is right. And when they try to break the crowd, it won't keep us down. The virus won't keep us down. You'll never keep us down.
Yeah.
Thanks, man.
Never keep us down.
Yeah.
You never will.
Mhm.
Yeah. Good job, buddy.
Thanks, man. Thank you so much for letting me play.
Millsy.
No,
Dude.
that was great, man.
And if any of y'all want to follow me on Instagram to see updates about what I'm doing, maybe new songs coming out soon, at Millsy Music on Instagram, and I'll also type it in the comments there. Thank you so much.
No problem, man. And you said that you also host an open mic,
Oh,
right?
yeah. I host an open mic every Sunday at 3 p.m. EST on my Instagram. Sign up beforehand, and you'll get the chance to play.
Okay, great, man. Thank you so much. Guys, one more time, give a huge round of applause to Millsy Music. Yeah.
Rocking it, brother. Thank you.
Man.
Yes, love it. Love it.
Very nice.
Guys, I also, I don't know if you guys have ever been in one of these Zoom rooms, but one of the best things is that you can do is that if everybody cheers for Millsy music, I'm gonna unspotlight me and it'll jump around to your faces so that so he can see how much you guys all loved it. So one more time, give it up for Millsy music. Yeah.
That was awesome. 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 That was awesome.
Okay, no more of that face. Oh my god, that was so scary. It was like all forehead and eyebrows. It was like very intense. Yeah. Oh my gosh, thank you so much though, Millsy, and also Daniel for all your hype. That's great. Welcome to all our new friends. So during Millsy's set, we actually doubled in people who are in the room. So welcome all of you. Many of you guys, yeah, Millsy, that's the power of your draw. So many people wanted to see you and completely ignored all the things that I did before. Thanks a lot, Millsy. Just kidding. So this has been really great, though. We're so grateful you guys can join us. If this is your first time coming to our show, the thing that we love to do is we want all of you guys to know and feel that you guys are all artists as well. You know, like you guys have the opportunities to be creating, and we want to be able to create a platform where you could come and visit us and share the things that you want to share. So there's no restrictions on what types of stuff that you want to be able to do. You could actually do any type of performance. You could do some comedy, poetry, storytelling, music. You could dance. You could tell story, like full on like act out stories and stuff. If you had like last week, we had somebody do some clowning. Somebody did magic on the show. There's so many things that you could do. So you're all welcome to join us for any of that stuff. Really appreciate it. So I'm actually going to share a couple things right now. I haven't actually done a set on our live shows very often. So I'm really excited. I have some things I want to share with you guys. So the first thing I'm going to do, it's a little bit more interactive because I love the connection of, you know, to see all their faces and the things like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to read you guys some jokes that I wrote for my Confucius Say joke book. And you give me a thumbs up, a thumbs down, or like I'm not really sure what. Okay, so this is like an interactive thing. It's kind of like seeing what you guys are into, right? So you could also laugh too if you want. If you guys are not watching something and or talking, you're welcome to turn it on and you guys can laugh. So here we're gonna jump right into it. Okay.
Babe.
Okay. So.
Come.
All right. So yes, let's do this. Who do I need to mute? All right, guys. So here we go. So I could whisper too. Okay, so the giant bird was excluded from their group. He was ostracized.
And then don't wrestle or play football.
That's a good one. Yeah. I like that one too. That one's I'm a fan of that one as well. Okay, how about the star of E.T. loved drawing fruits. She drew Barrymore.
Bro.
The Booty Lovers pictures were compiled in a photo album.
Okay, I'm gonna clean up the kitchen.
Oh, I gotta find who this is. Where is that at?
Yeah.
Sandy Carvalho. Oh, there. She just left. Okay.
All right, great. Here we go. So I got so far in the balance game, no one's on my level. That one I didn't even like. I didn't even like that one. I don't even like all these guys. Okay, it's okay, no problem. The pictures of Vietnamese restaurants are photos.
That one's like half warm.
So bad.
Yeah. Okay, this one's really bad. I love this one because it's so bad. Canine Smashing Pumpkins, led by Billy Corgi. That one hurt. That one's a full-on thumbs down. Okay, good. No problem.
It could have been good.
It could have been good. Okay, great. We could work on it together. No problem.
Working on it. I think you can turn that.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, that's good. The cattle doctors on TV were Grey's Anatomy. Like grazing food, the grass. Okay, all right. Just in case, if you didn't get it, it's okay. When Mario talks to the dead, he uses a Luigi board. That's one of the ones I'll stand behind no matter what. I love that one. That one's like, yeah, that's good. That's good. Okay. All right. Who farted? Your gas is as good as mine. Oh man. All right. I'll do two more and then I'll jump into the next stuff. I just thought I would do a couple of these, kind of get you guys into this. Drinking a beer on a windy day. What a cold draft.
Oh damn. Oh damn.
Yeah, that's my favorite reaction.
Lukewarm.
If you guys didn't see, look, I hope you guys can see this. I can control this. Look, yeah, give us that thumbs down again. Yeah, that's a full on. That's a full on no. That's a no. I accept that. I accept that from what you guys are saying. Okay, I got one more last one. Confucius say, cuddle your loved ones out of nowhere. Be spontaneous.
No, that's
I thought it was good. I love that one. And, I'm totally okay with whatever your reaction. That's the best part about jokes. I do have a couple more jokes that I'll tell a little bit later. But I am going to share a couple other things with you guys. The next thing I wanted to share with you guys is a story. I have a story from, I'd say the wild times of 2013. You guys remember 2013? Oh my goodness. That was like when Post Malone first came out. It was pretty bad. So one of the things that was crazy at that time was my brother at a family reunion told us all that he had been scammed. I don't know if any of you guys have ever been scammed. Raise your hand if you've ever been scammed or tricked before. So the way that he ended up getting scammed was that somebody walked up to him and said to him, hey, I need help. And he said this all in Cantonese. He went up to him and he's like, I need help right now. And do you speak Cantonese? That's what he said to him. And then my brother obviously does speak Cantonese. So he was like, yeah, he does. He's like, so the guy who came up to him was like, oh, great. Us as brothers, we need to help each other. I need you to help me right now. My car got towed and I need somebody to help me get my car back. And then my brother's like, okay, how can I help? Whatever. Immediately, the guy asked for $675. Specifically that number. So he said that to me. And I was like, this is not heading towards a good situation. That just sounds like a bad idea. And then, but my brother ended up being like, that's no problem. If it's just money, I can help you for sure. And then the guy doubled down and he's like, yeah, because if I can't get my car back, I can't help my children. And anytime someone brings their children into it, you're like, that's some sketchy shit. That's what I was thinking. But my brother ended up being the caring, kind person that he is. He went to a bank machine and he immediately took out $675 and then just gave it to this stranger because of the language thing, because it was like, you're my brother, we speak the same language, we could help each other kind of thing. I was, right when he said that to me and we're all having food, I was just like staring at him like, are you actually like, are you serious? Like, is that something you actually did? And he's like, yeah, I just thought that this person needed my help. It's only money. It's not that big of a deal. What that showed me was I was a little bit offended because I've asked him for $675 before and he said no to me. But whatever. I see how that is. Fine. But okay. So he ends up giving this person. So he's telling us all. And I'm like, that's crazy. You know, like I would never fall for this situation. But at the same time, we're just different people. He's just a very loving, caring person. No big deal. The next week, I'm coming up, this is when I lived at Eglinton and Yonge. I'm coming up from the subway from the Eglinton and Yonge, and this guy who matches the exact same description as my brother said. He had really wispy hair. He had like, his glasses were kind of like sideways. He had like a bit of a mustache. He matched exactly that stuff. And my brother was describing this guy. I was like, why would you give that guy your money? Like, if you would have, you know, like, there's no way that made sense to me. But I was like, okay, whatever. I'm going to. So this guy comes up to me who looks exactly like the guy my brother said. And then he says to me, do you speak Chinese? In Cantonese says this to me. And I was like, oh my God, what is happening right now? I'm now being presented the exact same person as what happened to my brother, right? So I was like, oh my God, I have to be able to like figure out because I didn't even know what to do. You know, this is like, you know, if you're following someone on Instagram who's like way too good looking for you, and then you see them in person and then they start talking to you and they talk to you like you're your friend, you're like, oh, like that's what this felt like. I was looking at this guy, I was like, oh, like, I can't believe this is real, right? So immediately I have to like respond, and I was like, oh, yes, I do speak Cantonese, all in Cantonese. And then the guy's like, oh my God, my car just got towed. And then I needed to not make the face of like, yeah, sure, buddy, right? So I was like, I think I hammed it up too much. I was like, oh my God, you know, like, and he was like, oh, like, I think I did too much. So I had to like tone it down a little bit, right? So I was like, oh my God, that's crazy. And he was like, yeah, I need the $675. I don't know why $675 was this guy's number. Maybe he tried $700 and nobody would give it to him, but he was like, I got to find that sweet hot spot, right? So he says $675. Again, I immediately agree. And then I'm like, how do we do this? Like, do I go to the bank machine or do I send you this money? And the guy's like, oh, we can go to the bank machine together so that I can make sure that it goes through. And I was like, that's already sketchy. Like, if you're ever giving a stranger money, if they have to confirm that you sent it to them, that's pretty, I just met this guy, right? So I was like, oh, yeah, sure. So we go to the bank machine. And by the way, if I ever go to a CIBC bank machine, if I ever go to any of these other bank machines that aren't a TD bank machine, just know that I'm really your friend, or I'm really caring about you, because I'm not paying $2 to $3 for anybody usually. You know, like, there's no way I would pay that service fee. Fuck that service fee. I'd never do that, right? So I'm doing this for this random stranger now, but I'm trying to, in my mind, think of like, how could I get my brother, like, how could I reconnect to this and make it so that my brother comes out on top or whatever? So I'm taking out this money, and then I was like, how about I'll call your phone to make sure that this is your phone number. And then he's like, yeah, and no problem. I could even give you my ID. I have a copy of my ID on me. I'm like, if I didn't know what was already going on, this would all tell me, like, all the red like flashing lights would be happening. Who carries a copy of their ID with them, like, to prove that they're not going to scam you? That sounds like the scammiest shit I've ever heard. So this guy gives me a copy of his ID. So I'm like, great. So right when I go to, like, you know, I'm on the bank machine, beep, 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 beep. Not so many numbers, okay? It was probably 4 or something. I just got excited, pushed way too many numbers. I call the guy's phone. Right when he looks down at his phone and I'm pushing the numbers into the bank machine, I steal his phone. I snatch it. This like huge phone, I snatch the phone from his hands and I start running away from him as fast as I possibly can. I'm just sprinting away from him. I had a skateboard in my hand, so I was like, oh, there's no way I'm ever going to not get away from him. I have a skateboard. This guy doesn't have a skateboard. But what I didn't expect was that I would not be able to stay on my skateboard and almost get hit by a car. So I like put the skateboard down and I went flying. My skateboard like flies in the air. This guy's running behind me because he's trying to come and get his phone again. I like run to the skateboard. I grab it. Randomly, this taxi sees me running away from him. And I didn't know that taxis have this, but you could push a button and the back door pops open. I felt like I was like in the future, right? So the back door pops open. I sprint to this random taxi that has stopped for me. I jump in like this, and the taxi starts driving before I even close the door. I was like, I'm in an action movie right now. It was crazy shit. So I'm like there with my skateboard, and I'm just like babbling all this shit to this taxi driver. I could see his face is like, is this guy's okay? He's not okay. And I'm like, bring me to the police station right now. Police station right now. I just kept saying it over and over again. So the taxi driver brings me to the police station. He doesn't charge me any money for so anybody's talking shit about taxi drivers before, you know, just to let you know, some taxi drivers are nice. This guy didn't charge me for like the $25 thing that the ride that it would have been. What a nice guy. I get out at the police station and I'm just like, this was like the craziest shit. I can't believe this is all happening. I have this guy's giant phone, really expensive looking phone. I walk into the police station. I'm like, explaining myself to the guy at the front desk, and he was like, this larger white dude. I have to mention that because that he's a white dude, because I explained him this whole situation. I'm like, yeah, so this guy comes up to me and he says in Cantonese, do you speak Cantonese, and like ask me for help, all this stuff. The guy at the front desk face was just like, this is not my problem at all. And he says out loud, he says, so this is like a Chinese thing, right? And I was like, what? I guess this is like a criminal thing, actually, but yeah, sure. He leaves, and then like 5 minutes later, this Asian guy comes to the front desk, and he's just like, hey, I heard I heard that you were wanting to speak to me. And I'm like, I guess, yeah. I just was explaining to the last guy what was going on, and he's like, and I was like, do you like speak like Chinese and Cantonese or something? Because there's 2 languages in Chinese. There's Cantonese and Mandarin, 2 different dialects, or like a lot more dialects, but those are the main dialects. So I'm like, do you speak like either one of those? So probably that's what that guy, he's like, oh no, I'm Korean. And we just, like, I burst out laughing. The guy didn't get it yet. I explained it to him and he was like, oh, that guy, right? So we had a great moment, super like weird or whatever. So I explained him the whole situation, and the guy clearly likes me. The guy's like really for me or whatever. He's excited about like that, like I'm like getting this justice. But then at a certain point, I could see his face completely change, and he realizes something that I didn't, right? So he says to me very slowly, he says to me, so what you're telling me is that you're not sure if this is the same guy who had stolen from your brother, and you've come to the police station and have another person's property and now put it in front of me. And he's like explaining to me until I finally got it. I was like, oh, I broke the law more than the other guy broke the law. Because the way that was explained to me was that the other guy wasn't breaking the law because people were like giving it to him. They were like, he wasn't robbing anybody because he just asked them nicely. That's what was explained to me. But also, I just basically brought myself into the police station with stolen property. So the guy slowly explained it to me, and then he looked, like, right when I was leaving and I almost didn't grab the phone, he looked down at the phone and like to tell me, hey, maybe you should just take the phone because that's like your prize or whatever. So I took the phone. I was like, oh, thank you. And I just like, if you ever saw the video, it's just me like running out of the police station. And then so I leave there, obviously. And then so what ended up happening was we were at I had this phone and we were at a family reunion, and I wrapped it up in wrapping paper, and I gave it to my brother as like a gift to be like, I got this guy back for you. And when he opened it, I don't know if you've ever seen the movie Happy Gilmore, where he gives the head of the alligator that bit Chubbs' arm off. That's what this was like. It was as if my brother was like, oh! Like he like, because he never wanted to think of that moment again. And then I had like now, so my brother did not want the gift, obviously, and then my mom was like, "Oh, free phone," and then just took the phone, right? So that was the whole situation. But yeah, so that was one of the craziest situations I've ever put myself in. My brother was not impressed with that, and I honestly think that I did the right thing. But most of the people in my family that I've told the story to all told me that I'm a thief. But I thought it was pretty awesome. Like, it's okay. Maybe I was a thief, but I was doing it for my brother. I didn't want him to get screwed over by this guy. And I also ended up reporting this guy to the largest Chinese media in Toronto, just to let them know that, like, if anybody else just asks for money, don't give somebody money. Like, that's the biggest moral of the story. If someone asks you for money, just don't do it, unless they're family, because I really want to ask my brother for more money. That's really it. So that is my story, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I feel like I'm at the end of a YouTube video right now, and I'm going to get you to like and subscribe. That's not what's happening. But I thank you guys.
So good.
I absolutely love this shit. It is one of my favorite things to be able to share my stories with you guys, share myself with you. So, and also on top of it, all of those jokes at the beginning, each one of those ones, blood, sweat, and tears. But if you have any suggestions about the jokes and want to make them better, I'm always down to make more jokes with you guys and to write. So, on that note, though, I have to bring our next performer, collaborative writer of mine. We created a chapbook. It was released on Valentine's Day because it was called Romantic Reflections. It was all about love. It was called Love So Far. And they were my co-editor, AKA person who told me to stop putting so many words when you can concise that. This story that I just told probably could have been like 5 minutes, but I told it in like 15 because I'm crazy. So, but thank you guys for paying attention, and give a lot of love to our next performer, one of my favorite people in the whole world, Silva, everybody! Yeah.
Did it?
Hey.
All right. Every time it just catch me off guard. Don't mind my hair. Like it's worse when the camera is big and you can see it all. Like it's just like
Never
Okay,
seen
it's
it.
fine. I don't usually look like this, but I do usually look like this. All right, shit. Okay, I'm gonna just do this. All right, I'm gonna do poems, and I'm just gonna do them back to back to back, cause I'm not good at banter. All right. Actually, nah, yeah, it's just fuck. All right. Oh, fuck, I'm stressed. What the fuck? All right. Families like mine are not built to survive this much forced proximity. My mother sneaks out after sunrise, leaves when no one is awake to stop her. She has cancer, but still goes to get groceries during a pandemic. I wonder which illness will take her first. Will we have her funeral on Google Hangouts or Zoom? How many oceans will I drag my broken Urdu through before I realize it still is not enough to tell her family? I'm sorry. My mother has cancer. I only know how to mourn in English. When we lower her body into the ground, she will take half of my origin with her. How do you grieve relatives that you've only ever known through someone else's nostalgia? Families like mine are not built to survive this much proximity. My father sneaks out in the middle of the night when no one is awake to ask where he is going. I assume he is buying the cigarettes I only catch remnants of in the bathroom garbage. My sister tells me not to take it for granted that we have a father who always comes back. But in order to return somewhere, you had to have been there in the first place. In the only genuine conversation we have ever had, he tells me the story of how he almost left my mother after she gave birth to my sister, and what he means is his body stuck around. But I have not been alive long enough to become acquainted to his presence. He asks me why I lock myself in my room like a prisoner. I want to tell him I am trying to find the jail cell he left us for. How do you grieve a father who has only ever loved you in your mother's nostalgia? Families like mine are not built to survive this much. I want to ask him how many of our smoke detectors have no batteries. My mother has lung cancer. And my father still smokes in the house. He may as well roll his tobacco with pages from our albums and set my entire lineage ablaze. I wonder if I long for relatives I have never met because I yearn for the mystery, clinging to what I don't know because what I do know is too much. I ask my father, how do you apologize in Urdu? He ashes his cigarette and shrugs his shoulders. Families like mine are not built to survive. That's my first poem.
Yes.
I've been going through it, eh? That's some shit. Fuck. All right. So I wrote this next one, I guess last night or 2 nights ago. I can't remember. But this is some shit. All right.
Let's hear it.
Whew. 5th grade, art project, 2-week deadline, 4 pieces out of nothing but recycled materials. I pulled beads and plastic jewels from the shirt to rip to donate, cut the fabric, paste it to half a Pepsi bottle, use the other half to cut ears and a tail, mouse pencil holder. Turn candy wrappers into cranes, rocket chips from toilet paper rolls, Tupperware lid to picture frame, brought them to class the next day. Excited. My teacher tells me I was born an artist, holds up my creations as examples for the class. They say, wow, you're so good at art. You're so lucky. Band-Aid, right thumb, cut by plastic, Band-Aid, left index finger, beads break skin, cut gum line after prying them off with my teeth, stomach ache, hadn't eaten since the candy the night before, spent an hour and a half hiding under the bed after unraveling the toilet paper just to get the roll, photo frame, empty, why ruin the photographs? 8th grade, I forgot to write my speech, so I make one up on the spot. A+. Lucky to get the words right. Like improv isn't part of my curriculum, spinning tales to social workers, clutching my case file, trying to pass inspection like F means foster care, 8th grade. Teen issues art project. I cry my Crayolas into an art gallery. You're so lucky. Beat out 200 kids. My family does not take me to see it. You are so lucky. It was in there for 2 months. Final mark 98, 9th grade. Every unassigned drawing in your sketchbook is worth extra credit. By the end of the semester, I hand in 2. Salva, you are so lucky. Drawing comes so easy to you. Like, I don't rely on my ruler and fine liner to outline portraits straight enough to accept that I am not. Like, my stablers did not shade me out of bloodbaths with bloodlines that refused to claim me. 10th grade. Clay. Pikachu and Demi Vemon, two worlds collide, combine forces to forge the remnants of my childhood. Child's play. Solva, we're so lucky. You don't even have to try. 2 weeks at my parents' house. 300 paper cranes smaller than my fingertips. 1 for every pill I did not take. 12 hours. 3 Lego dinosaurs. 2 poems in the first draft of a song, and I make it to the next morning. Aren't I lucky to create so easily? I was not born an artist. I birth art from necessity. It comes out of my womb screaming, bloody, kicking, covered in shit. I fold, paint, draw, write, build, sculpt, sing a new narrative so I do not suffocate in this one. Everything I've ever created gets its own photo frame in the gallery of fuck you. I'm still here. So when I am finally told that I am art, what I hear is I am survival. It is a lot of work to stay alive. Luck has nothing to do with it. This is my other poem.
Yes.
That was great.
Woo!
That was wonderful.
Wow.
It sure is a lot of
art.
Awesome.
Shit, eh? Wow. All the feelings. So I have one last poem. And I actually wrote it for 2 of the people here. So like they're mostly gonna get these references, so this is mostly for them right now. But like, you know, it has some like decent rhythm in it. Like, I don't know if y'all are gonna enjoy it, but like I need to be in my feelings right now, right? Oh shit. Whew. To the platonic soulmate that taught me what love is supposed to look like. I know I was meant to meet you. Missed you once, accident, see you twice, coincidence, catch you thrice, serendipity. Long hair, yellow hat, chopsticks, Rubik's Cubes, up all night, moonshine, chapbooks, slam poems. I don't fuck with slam, but I'll come anyways, hype men, and yes, now I write like you. Free flow, no edits, candlelit, intimate, reading out loud, spoon-fed, ice cream spooning. Suddenly I have the spoon for recovery. It has been somehow simpler. My healing is beginning to lean away from guilt and towards acceptance. Dancing. Art becomes art again, create with passion. Body becomes home again, goldfish. Naked lunch meat, massive burgers, olives. Food becomes food again. Nourishment is our love language, taking up space because I deserve to. Pennies turn time capsules. Memories don't need to make sense for them to hold value. Broken hearts, sour patch, collapse, can't stand. Pillows, permission to be imperfect. Sit on the floor together, no longer alone in a room full of people. No longer alone in a room by myself. Not afraid to lay in your bed or be in your room. Zoom calls, the sound of your voice, teary eye emojis, music duets, respecting my pronouns, explaining my pronouns, defending my pronouns, voice notes that do not hurt me to listen to. Yes, and comedy, sketches, ideas, punnery. Jokes are always funnier when you have to explain them. I have to fart, walk in front of me. Yes, and lactose intolerance. Witch impersonations, late night crazies, catfish, bellfish, pull out couches, figuring out how to support, not quite sure, communicate, ask questions, boundaries, communicate, and honesty, and yes. One word becomes 1,000 poems. I say I miss my friends, and I call you my friends with certainty. This is the only love letter I will not regret sending. Thank you. That's it.
Whoa. Yo, give it up for Silva. Oh, that's amazing. Thank you so much.
Thanks.
Hail file. What?
Yo, those people you wrote that poem about sound awesome.
Hi, I love you both.
Oh, stop. Don't make me cry.
Oh, I love this community, guys. Anybody out there who it's their first time here, make sure you always have a small container to vomit into, because we're very loving and we're really supportive, and we want to be able to be here for each other. So this community is amazing. And Silva, thank you for being a part of our community. We're so grateful. You've been able to share multiple times on the open mic, and for you to be able to do a bit more time and to be able to hear so many of your poems. Man, that first poem that you shared today was so beautiful and so challenging, and I felt like all of us were able to, I was just looking around at everybody's faces, and it just felt like it was moving so many of us, you know. So thank you for opening your heart to us, and I'm looking forward to all the other things that you're going to be creating. Just so you guys know, by the way, in like 5 or 6 months, Silva's going to have a comedy set. I'm really excited about it. It's going to be so good. I'm really hyped about it. So thank you. Woo! Feeling great. This is like so nice to be in this vibe right now. We've been going at about an hour and a half. We have about an hour and a half more of show for you guys. We have an open mic starting at 11. So if any of our friends out there want to be able to share on the open mic, let us know in the chat as well. And also, Silva, make sure you add your Instagram in there. I would do it, but your Instagram's super fucking long, and I can never remember. It's like, for sure, I know it has Rubik's Cubes and Pikachus. And,
That's literally the exact handle. It's Rubik's Cubes and Pikachus.
Oh, okay. All right, great. Well, I could have probably done that. So, okay, great. I just always spell it wrong, I find, you know? So, but yes, definitely add your stuff in there so people could see your poetry, as well as your, just so you guys know, Silva's a bit of a big deal. They're on the Toronto Poetry Slam team this year. But we're also in quarantine, so they're not really going anywhere yet. But you guys are going to be like, get out there soon. We're really excited for that. But yes, if you're also anybody out there who wants to write more poetry, let us know. We want to be able to support you guys through that. One of the best things about this is the open mic is open to any kind of performance. So even if you wanted to read from your journal, we've had people who did that, and that is spelt wrong, I'm sure, isn't it? So there you go. Huh? It's hard. It's harder than you think. So great. We got our next performer. He is one of our co-producers. I've been doing art with him for many years. I'm really excited to not only introduce him, but I did travel with him across the entire country, and we went on the Greyhound. And one of the things that was crazy about the Greyhound, most of the people who are going on the Greyhound and sitting through what it is that we went through, which was like 4 days worth of bus, most of them actually were supposedly ex-convicts, guys, because they couldn't fly. So a couple of them openly bragged about how they were delivering large sums of drugs across the country, and they were all under us, and we were on the same bus as these people, openly talking about it. And me and Daniel, I don't know if he felt it, but I was definitely scared. And then we started talking to them, and me and Daniel were able to connect to them. And that was one of the things that I noticed with him is anytime that I was with him, we were able to bring positivity and light to the communities or the moments that we were in. And a lot of these people who were ex-convicts or even convicts at the exact moment, one guy's name was literally Johnny Blaze, and he, on the back of both of his legs, he had naked women who were, those pinup girls. So this guy was scary. But he, after talking to us for a while, we were able to soften him up and open him up a little bit. And that's what I feel me and Daniel are able to do is when we come together, we want to connect to the best parts of all of you guys. We want you guys to be sharing your art, connecting to that soulful part that you feel sometimes, afraid to share with your personal, your families or your friends and stuff. That's what this room is all about. And we're urging each one of you guys to continue sharing your stuff. We love having you guys on the open mic. So give a big round of applause for your next guy. I was literally just talking until he sat down. Guys, give it up for Daniel, everybody. Yeah. Butterfly Samurai.
Oh, it's a real treat and a pleasure to have the space and just to have people just gathering together just to, spend time to show up for each other pretty much. We all have our unique and individual lives, but we all come together just to know that we're not alone, and it makes the world a better place. And I am happy to be here, a part of this space, holding and being held. So thanks to each one of you. I'm not too sure what I am sharing right now. I'm a multidisciplinary artist. I create through many different platforms because I believe that we are all incredibly creative. That I do believe is our power as a human being, is that we're transformers of energy, literally like our greatest feats like aviation, you know, or like locomotion, where we're moving, like turning thermal energy into kinetic energy, and like we're just masters of energy manipulation. And now we see physical energy, and now we're starting to understand emotional energy as well. So we're realizing that, okay, I'm feeling this inner state, but if I choose to think a different thought, then I can transform this energy. It's like I've been dealt this hand, but like, how am I going to play it? What am I going to do? So I believe our greatest work of art is our life and our being, what we transform, you know, the hand that we're dealt, how we choose to play it. So I believe that we are all, by our birthright, creative. We're creators. And that when I meet people on the street, me and Anto, we do a lot of street festivals and things. And so I'll reach out to them. I'll say, hey, do you consider yourself creative? And I'll try and get them to the stream where it's like, yeah, well, you know, I chose my outfit today, or I cooked a meal. And it's like, yeah, these are all creative decisions. The way you talk, what you choose to consume, they're all creative decisions. So I believe that the sooner we get people to accept responsibility for their creative power, then the more they'll be like, okay, so I'm in charge of my life. I'm going to create the life that I want to. So I use a number of different outlets, whether it's video or music or visual. I've been really into collage recently, so I'm holding one in my hand here. You can see some behind me, but this is one of my favorites. It's Einstein and Toth. I don't know, I never pronounce it right, but, or maybe I do because I do all the pronunciations. Thoth. Okay, there it is. Going back on the wall. All right, so I've been like scrambling a little bit to see what I'm gonna share, but I'm gonna share this poem I have here. It's called On Nature and the Natural. Roses are red, violets are blue. The earth is a pretty magical place, isn't it? Really though, a seed breaks free and reaches towards the sun. Color, scent, biological complexity to be seen and sensed by me. To smell, to feel. Einstein says there are two ways to live, as though nothing is a miracle or as though everything is. From here you can tread lightly or dive deep, because right now we're just at the knees. But knowledge is power, and this is a need to know. Like dough, need to know. Roll around with this, pin it to your prefrontal cortex. Take these proofs and know them as truth. Soil, sand, water, land, bugs, trees, wind, feet, hearts, teeth. The intelligence required to get us to where we find ourselves today is so incredibly vast and complex. A side note, I just think about the ocean. Think about the history of the ocean, even before like land animals, like just the history of the ocean. Think about how old and how long life has been developing. Like DNA, what an incredible story, bigger than me or you or us. It's like, look at how we're evolving as a species. The intelligence required to get us to where we find ourselves today is so incredibly vast and complex. The amount of individual parts working together, feeding each other, eating each other, trading birth for death, coexisting in an ever-expanding, inexorable contract. And it blows my mind to think that my story, our story, as a collection of consciousness stems back millions, if not billions of years, and sometimes I can barely wait in traffic. How distracted my mind can become. But the truth is forever, it's beyond time, it's the natural law, it's eternal and unconditioned from which this world stems, like a flower, birth, growth, blossom, decay, learning to play within the boundaries of this field. So I'm really just, you know, with the art, I'm just trying to communicate more levity, more clarity. I mean, you know, we can talk about this thing, but obviously there's difficulties. Everybody goes through difficulties, right? But you know, I just hope that you can feel some clarity. You know, I have another poem called "The Measure of a Man," and too often my worth is correlated with my income. It's like, oh, I'm only worth as much as I'm making. But in the measure of a man, I realized that, you know, how much did you smile? How much did you laugh? For me, at the end of my life, like, I think those are going to be more accurate measures. Maybe they won't be, but still, like, if at the end of the day, you're like, yo, I smiled so much today, I laughed so much, then it's like, you know, I felt good in my heart, you know? So I just pray for that, you know, all of you feel that and spread that out. Yeah. It'd be funny if you guys were all like, yo, that guy's mic was muted the whole time. It looked like he was having fun. But yeah, I'm just rambling a little bit here. Maybe I'll share one more piece. One more piece. Is that cool?
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
Rambling, man. That's awesome.
Cool. There's a guy in the room here. I don't know if he's still here, but he was here. I think his name is Jack. Is Jack in the room? He left. He left. That's no. Oh well, it's great because he hosts a show on Mondays, and I submitted this thing to apply for his show, and I wanted to do it tonight, but when he came in the room, I'm like, oh, I shouldn't share that. But he's gone. So it's actually a recording that I made to submit to a show. It's just 90 seconds, but I'm gonna pull it up here and share it with you guys. It's me playing the acoustic guitar because I do love to play music as well. I love music very much. So I am just gonna do this screen share, and I'll just get some confirmation that you guys can hear it. You guys should be seeing my screen right now. Can I get a yeah, yeah, yeah?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
All right. And if you're hearing the guitar when it starts, give me another yeah, 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 all right? You getting that guitar? Okay, here it is. All right, ladies and gentlemen.
Nice, awesome.
Good job.
Yeah.
That was
Thank
great.
you. It is a
That's beautiful.
absolute honor and pleasure to share space with y'all.
Play
I'm gonna hand it. Come on, we got people. We got great acts coming up. What are you doing?
Play the song. You don't have to. Okay.
Yeah, come back next week. I'll play 2 songs. That's right. Sweeten the pot.
All right, sweet.
Cool. Back to you. Can we time this? Back to you. There we go. Nice. Catch that.
Like
Get
that
it. Oh, it was
I
good.
feel like I'm in one of those, those makeup videos where they're just like, and then they like cover this, and then you come back, and then I'm just like done up. That's what that felt like. Except I just okay. I think I just ruined it. What happened? Okay, there we go. Yes. Have you seen those? That was great. So yes, one more time, give a big round of applause for Daniel. I love his philosophies on life. Give it up for him. Huge round of applause. That was awesome. Yeah.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you.
That was awesome, buddy. One of the things that I love too is the multidisciplinary part of it. It gives people the opportunity to kind of connect in different ways. Not everybody might be into one specific type, but to be able to give them different facets of yourself. I love that you're combining it all as well. And I don't know if you guys know too, Daniel actually had a visual art exhibition last year. It was at the #gallery. And then also we've been putting a lot of events on at 1017 Gallery. And the owner of the gallery is actually in here, Adrian Curry. If you guys are ever interested, after all this is done and you're wanting to put on some events, that's an amazing space to be able to connect to. We've all been running shows out. We actually got to run 3 or 4 shows out of there, and we did a whole weekend during Valentine's Day. We did an entire weekend based on love and it was just amazing to be able to share space with people who are wanting to open their hearts and to be able to share pieces of themselves. So as you could see, a lot of people have been doing that tonight, and we're just grateful to be able to hold this space for you guys every single Saturday. Also, a quick shout out to our friends on the Fridays. There's also something called Flow Fridays. If you wanted to look that up on Instagram, it's Flow Fridays 1, and it's run by our friend Aisha Solstice. Yes, absolutely amazing perform. Last week she actually performed, and she was able to improvise something that was so incredible. It actually sounded like it was in a church because of the multiple layers of voice singing. I couldn't even believe it. It was so great, and we have so much talent that's in this room right now. And hopefully you guys are able to find the time to be able to share with us on the open mic. So like there's some people who are in here who are saying that they want to perform. We're totally down for that. We're going to put you in the open mic. I'm going to start my list. So far we actually have 3 people on the open mic. Anybody else, please let me know. So we actually have Jim so far, as well as we have Eli and Nini. Is it Nini? Yeah, I do believe so.
Yes.
So yes, awesome. So we got 3 so far. Anybody else who wants to be on it, that's going to be starting at 11. But before that, oh my goodness. Okay. I'm so hyped to bring up your final, our headliner for tonight. We have been able to see her grow. I actually met her at one of those events where you're very like, you know those social events where you go to and you're like, oh my God, I'm going to meet nobody and I'm disgusting and I never want to go to one of these ever again. That's what I always feel like when I'm like going to one that like a place where you're supposed to go and network events. That's what they call them. But I actually met her at a network event, and I was talking about her when I was leaving the networking event, being like, this person I'm going to connect to, I'm going to be creating art with. I know we just connected on so many levels. And while this happened, I look over and they got a coffee and they're like leaning on this glass window, and then had like it was like a leather jacket. I think they were smoking a cigarette. I think that there was like a film noir. It was just like the coolest thing, and I just knew from there we're going to be such good friends, and we've been creating outside of these events as well. But I want you guys to give so much love right now to Oksala, everybody. Give it up for Oksala. Diane. Yes.
Yeah.
Whoa.
I could not agree more with the vibe at that event. I was like, well, that was a free lunch. See you later. And this sunshine, this beam of sunshine just came into my life. Thank you. I'm really excited. This is the first time I'm doing one of these shows, and it's been a day. I was feeling ill-prepared for my sound check earlier when I jumped into the room. And then Daniel had to make fun of my outfit.
Oh, you look wonderful.
What is this? I made a little joke about it. I'm just teasing you. But yeah, I'm just very excited. So let's see. I wish I had like a fancier setup, but this is my very humble little space for you guys. And of course, it's not even the song that I sound checked at all. Like, it's nowhere near. Yeah. It is what it is, but I still care. And I wonder if she falls asleep while she's stroking your hair like I used to. Yeah, it's all said and done, but it's not fair. 'Cause I hear she's playing out the life I wanted us to share. How dare you? I'm so happy that we're still friends. I swear you did a 180 since we last met. Deja vu. But you go home with her instead. And when did you two even get close? When did you two even get so close? There's there's just so much that I won't miss about this, about you and who I turn into when I see you. And the worst thing I've seen is it feels so good being seen by you that I forget how to see. How dare you tell me you're so happy that we're still friends? I did a 180 since we last met, deja vu. But you go home with her instead. And when did you two? When did you two? When did you two? When did you two even get so low?
Yeah.
Mad hot fire.
Yeah.
Drew, I swear I heard my parents' voice.
Woo!
Your mom and dad. Oh look, Rosa Olivera. That's my mom.
Nice.
Amazing.
I may have done an edible today. We may need to talk about that later. So I might regret that. We'll chat. Okay, we're there, Mom. We're there. I recently had to move in with my parents, so we're on this like whole new level.
Oh, nice.
True. It's very special times. Special times at the Olivera household. It's good. This is a crazy world right now.
So
you know, but I can enjoy this Nutella this evening guilt-free. You know. Living my best life. There's nothing like eating Nutella and peanut butter, like just right out of the jars. No bread required. That's just diet food. It's a diet food. I'll put it on Instagram later. It'll be great. That was So Close. That was the first song I released back in the fall. So if you want to check that out, it's called So Close. The recording sounds nothing like that because every time I play my songs, they are different little babies. I don't have real babies, that's for sure. Especially not during this quarantine. Well, actually, no, that's a lie. I've been hanging out with my 24 hours. I think that's about when I cap out. I got about 24 hours of being like a caregiver type of person, and then I'm like, can I just go put on a costume and do a little tune? So here we are. This is my song that I will hopefully be releasing next, come summer, come a time when I can create again. But this is called The Noise of No. I guess I'm becoming somehow positive, learning from my negative, like I'm gonna be alright, 'cause I'm stepping forward to the light. The dark never dared to be right. I only came to have fun tonight. Place where the answers were always no. And I burned that bridge to let me back to where I do not plan to go. And now anything is possible. Life can be incredible. When you dig down way deep inside, you'll find anything's attainable. These are inspirational. When you block out the noise of no. Oh, I'm feeling somehow brave again, like I used to feel like way back when. Before I learned all those girly ways, I'm free, like the way I always dreamt I'd be. Saying I'll make it love till 3. Then I'm not even sorry. It's been too long in a place where the answers were always no, 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 no. Then I burned that bridge that led me back to where I do not plan to go. And now anything is possible. Life can be incredible. When you dig down way deep inside, you'll find anything's attainable. Things are inspirational. when you block out the noise of no. No, are you gonna sit and settle for the hand you're dealt? No, are you gonna cut loose or tighten up your belt? No, what would you do if you knew that you couldn't fail yourself? So do that thing, go, just risk it all, go. No, not that noise of no, when anything is possible. Life can be incredible when you dig down way deep inside. You'll find anything's attainable, things are inspirational when you block out the noise of no.
Oh yeah, eagerly awaiting the release of that one.
What's your name on Spotify again?
Oh, Oxala. If I had had some foresight, I would have changed the identity on the little box. So, but if you search Diane Oliveira everywhere, Oxala.
Is it Hey Oxala?
Yes, that's my handle on Instagram. Hey Oxala. Yeah. Thanks, guys. It's so funny not to thanks for cueing the applause. Because it's so nice to hear. So nice to hear claps. It's nice. Whenever I can't tell when it's over. Thank you. No, this is very fun. One more tune?
Yeah, at least.
Okay. That's another cute little story I'll share real quick. It's so weird to not know if you have the audience too. I can't tell if your smiles are kind of empty or if it's moving along. Cute hairdo. What's with the little scarf, little black and white lady,
We love it. We love it. It's nice.
Do you like this? What do you I don't know what to do, but I hope you're with me. And then there's people like Dan. It's Dan, you the smile is always bright and cheery. I can't read it. I don't know. Dan, he doesn't even have it. I'm just gonna talk through some of your sets. That's funny. Sandy's my cousin. That's why I'm making fun of your little photo. So wild. I'm imagining if we were all together and this would have been a really lovely group. Actually, really quick, I need to also give a shout outs to Solva. We've only met a few times, but your work is unbelievable. And even just seeing your presence on tonight, hey, just I felt your stage presence through this computer, and I only have 2 prior versions of seeing you in real life. So that's how strong and transcendent your work was tonight. So thank you, really. I did this in a really long time. It kind of sounds similar to another song that I kind of like better. Songwriters, you'll feel that when you're this sounds so familiar, and you've ripped off yourself. So I don't play it much, but it's called. Excuse me. Some of the cello was coming back up there for a second. I'm back. This song is called Maybes and Ifs. And, I guess it can be interpreted many ways. Right now for me, it kind of feels reflective of the next couple months and just having more uncertainty than certainty, and all the many ways that can manifest itself into your life, and kind of being okay with sitting, tucking up into bed with your maybes and ifs, tucking up into bed with your uncertainty. I accept this. I don't miss you at all. Yeah, that's what I say. I'm doing fine, I'm doing great. Yeah, 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 I'm over it. But behind these four walls, I question it all. I'm feeling lost and so afraid. It's like I'll never fall, no, I'll never fall in love with anyone but you again. 'Cause no one will ever know me like you do again. I can't sleep on your side of the bed. How am I supposed to lie where you slept? I'll close my eyes, but in the morning I'll wake in a cold, cold sweat. And I can't dream where you once laid your head. Lately I can't get no rest. Tucked up into bed, only left with my maybes and ifs. You would make me feel so beautiful, and I believed that I was capable and deserving of my dreams. If only you could love yourself like that. My love was enough to bring you back to me. Oh, I don't miss you at all. No, I don't miss you, no, not at all. No, I don't miss you at all. And I can't sleep on your side of the bed. How am I supposed to lie where you slept? Close my eyes and in the morning I'll wake in a cold, cold sweat. And I can't dream where you once laid your head. Lately I can't get no rest, no. Tucked up in a bed, only left with my maybes and them. Tucked up into bed, maybes and them.
Oh my goodness. Yes. Everybody give that love to Oksala.
Wow.
Thank you so much.
Awesome.
I hope that sounded okay.
That sounded awesome. And Oksala, you should tell them about your sketch comedy video you posted.
It's a secret. I'm only a secret comedian. Nobody knows.
It was so funny.
I'm trying to be cute, Anto. I'm trying to be a lady. Somebody gotta go call me out.
Guys, one more time though. Definitely give that love to Oksala. That was amazing.
Thank you so much. So great. Thank you.
All right, guys, that was so good. That was our final performer for the showcase tonight. I just can't even believe the talent that we had coming through here. Yes, someone just said, "I love your voice." It is so crazy to be able to see so much talent on Zoom. Who would have known this is what we'd be doing, guys? We are in our basements. We are in our homes. We're in just everywhere you could even imagine. And we're just all watching people perform in their homes and be able to be quarantined away from each other. But it doesn't mean that we can't share this love. One of the things some of my newer friends out there, some of you guys don't know, is what we do. So this is called the FreeFlow Showcase. One of the most important things about this is about supporting each other to be able to push ourselves, to be able to get to that next level in terms of sharing ourselves. We want to be able to create a space where you feel like, wow, like I want to share next week, or I want to share this week, you know? So that's what it's all about. I really love being able to like hold this type of space. I also, usually I'm an early child educator, so I work with kids, and I'm always like, yeah, you could do it no matter what. You know, that's kind of how I feel like with art, right? It's like, you need to have people who are there, even though it might come off, you know, I don't mind seeming a bit cheesy sometimes, to be like, no, it's in all of us. It really is. Each one of you guys out there, it doesn't have to be what people have previously said was like a certain type of performance art or a certain talent or whatever. It could literally be anything. If you're going through something, we have somebody later that's going to be sharing a piece of art that they've actually been working on and want to tell us a bit of a story or something about that. Like, there's so many layers of being able to share ourselves as artists. And like Daniel was mentioning, each one of us makes so many different decisions, and it comes from like our own personal creativity. So that's what it's all about. So we're going to jump right into our open mic. It is really exciting because we have, to start our open mic, we have two performers who have done the show previously separately. And today they shared a little bit, but we want a little bit more. This is going to be amazing for you guys to be able to check it out. Their sound sounds great, and they're just wonderful people. I want you guys to give a huge round of applause right now to Lou and Ashley. Give them lots of love right now.
Yeah.
Ashley, you guys rock. Fuck yeah.
There they are.
Yeah, wow, so talented, such talented friends. Oh my God, Excella, holy moly. That was amazing. You're such a star. Everybody, you're all such stars. So grateful.
I'm always caught by surprise. Always. Sounds good. Keeping the element of surprise alive. So if you sing in there, does it...
Can you hear me? Woo.
Maybe this time we'll start with the beat. Because, like, I don't remember how I started the other one.
Just winging it. Yeah. Whoa. You're gonna turn your mic on, right? Where we come from, yeah. We come from the waters, yeah. The sons and daughters, we go from the sea, yeah, you and me, and the sea comes from the stars too, like me and you. I wanna love you. Oh, till you feel whole again. Whoa. Said I wanna serve you. Oh, yeah. I wanna serve you. Oh, yeah. I wanna serve you in any way I can. I wanna serve you in any way I can. I wanna serve you, oh, yeah, in any way I can, yeah. Love comes to those who are strong enough and not afraid to change their ways. Don't hurry up now. Oh, yeah, you'll make it somehow. Baby, you will find your way. You will find your way. I want to serve you in every way. I want to serve you. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Another improv. I never know what's
Awesome.
gonna happen. Nobody knows.
Yeah, totally.
Nobody knows.
Totally improvise, guys. Yeah. Thank you so much. Is that it?
How you guys feeling? You want to do one more?
We could do another.
Yeah,
one.
I'm down.
I got like
Yeah, go for it.
I'm like an endless jukebox of random loop jams. That's loop jam literally is.
Can you guys even hear Lou?
Very minimally.
Oh, okay.
This whole time I thought you guys could hear me.
Sorry, what?
Let's try something a little more chilled out.
Okay.
Maybe like 90 BPM. It's so
Okay.
weird. Like the camera is right here and I'm staring like deeply into it every time I'm like making a loop. I look over, I'm like, ah, jeez. Like it's like I hope none of you feel very like I'm staring into your soul.
I am. I'm staring into your soul. Is this on? Are you gonna turn this on? Just give me a moment to speak my mind to you. Just one moment is all I need to speak my truth. Just speak my truth. When I was young, you came to me, but everybody could see my face, and you were you. You could not see that I was somebody too, but you were lost. So I came running to the streets. That's where you left me. I fell into your spell. We watched each other, yeah, go through hell, but baby, I don't know, maybe you'll get it so I can let this go. But I was nothing but an open wound when it came to you. But now I gotta see this right through. Yeah. Right through. Now I gotta see this right through. Right through. sit right through you. You gotta see through you, baby. Ooh, your spell go through hell, but lately, let it go, say let it go, yeah. Just let it go, yeah. Just let it go. It comes to you, yeah. When it comes to you, yeah. Just let it go. When it comes to you.
All right, yo, awesome.
Thank you guys so much. Honestly, I'm looking at everybody's face that I can see. You're all so beautiful to me. Thank you guys so much.
Great job. Thank you so much. Yeah.
Oh, wait, hold on. Someone wants to say hi.
It's the cat.
Aw. So cute.
All right, guys. Who's next?
All right, thank you so much. All right, guys, give a lot of love right now. One more time. Ashley and Lou, so good.
Yeah.
That was awesome. I love being able to see you guys come together. I was actually describing this earlier. It's like when you see the sun in the sky and you're like, oh, it's such a beautiful bright day. I'm so like hyped to be in the sun. And then you look over and then the moon is also out at the same time. And you're like, whoa, I got to see both of them at the same. Like that to me is like the way I look at how like they're able to like reflect such beauty off of each other. And I can't wait for us to be able to all be able to be in the same room again, so you guys could actually see and experience that like live as well. They're just amazing. The last time when we were all in the same room, Lou actually had only a 5-minute set, but he got all set up, and then he was able to jam out on the spot. People would sing it, and then it would be looped, and then he was able to help everybody sing on top of that as well. It was just amazing to be able to see. So hopefully you guys will be able to check that out whenever we're able to all come together. They have stuff online as well. Please put all of your handles and stuff into the chat box, please. So we got our next performer. I'm really hyped about this because I was contacted earlier today about this, and to be able to have them in our room for our open mic, and then hopefully in the future have them be able to come and do our showcase at some point would be amazing. So give a huge round of applause right now for Nini, everybody. Give it up right here.
Thank you so much. Thank you. How's everybody doing tonight? I hope you guys are doing well. I'm so happy to be here right now. Hey man, it's my first time getting to perform for a Canadian audience, so this is pretty awesome. My name is Nini Nicole. You can follow me at nini.nicoleatl. That's on all social media platforms. I'm a hip hop artist and I'm from Atlanta, Georgia. So I'm here. So if y'all don't mind, I'm gonna drop a couple of bars for y'all. That's cool. Thumbs up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Lay it on me.
Okay, here we go. So this one, before I get into it, this one is it's not official title. I just call it intro because it sounds like an intro, and it's pretty much talking about the things that my dad had to go through in order for us to get to where we're at right now. But here we go. Pops had to push the weight just to make a way. Nay push away the hate just for brighter days. Yeah, he took what he took, but got what it takes. Brought bread to the table, know what's at stake. Y'all chase meals in the pickle trying to make a deal. My eyes on heaven, man, I see the hills. Sacred lands, that's the holy field. Evangelist when I'm the nastiest. Had to beat the odds. Even got even with the past, I had to beat the lies. Lose the wolves, you wolves, I see you in the skies. See, fill a fool with fuel and watch for the miles. Or fill a fool with truth and watch for the wise. Eyes on the prize. Come for mine, ain't no compromise, I come alive. I know I'm late, but in due time, I will arrive. So buckle up if you buck enough. Yeah, it's a ride. Yeah. So those are a few bars right there.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Yeah, I appreciate you. And if you don't mind, I'll get into one more piece. It's pretty short, so this one is called Cloud. Y'all heard of Cardi B? Anybody?
Yeah.
Offset? Okay, cool. I did it to their instrumental. It's called Cloud. Can you hear it?
Yep, sounds good.
Cool. Subconsciously, I spit out the energy that comes to me, but honestly, I pray for the entities that ever try to come for me, cause the partners I keep are the highest known company, and they are a force to feed, that's humbly. Hopefully, that's more for me, either be like more for me, mostly, all I'm saying, yeah, you don't want no smoke with me, sweet and thick like poke beans, swear you heart can't come for me, no sacrifices, love or God, so what your people offering? Hurry up, I need a chop. Butcher this like a child shot. My bars are mean if you got beef. I pray with me, no holla. Me rock stars with the rah-rah. I ride around with rock stars. Me T, Kim, or Kier. Take a trip to see Africa. Taking off like an astronaut. Hate interviews because they ask a lot. No attitude, but my interviews and what I'm into on interludes and other news. I got good news. He chose there for me and you. You believe or not, you gotta choose, and that's up to you. All I know, I get W. So with God first, I'll never lose. All jokes aside, we the best. Had to sun you like the Cali stew. I'm flying west to make Cali move. Y'all pay attention because it's overdue. Yeah, Nene Nicole. Thank you guys so much. I really do appreciate it.
Yo!
Yeah.
Yeah. That was awesome.
I have a current running single. It's called Afro Baddie. It's on all streaming platforms. Just hey, connect with me, show love, I'll show it back. Again, follow me at NINI.NicoleATL. I'm down for it.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah, that was
Thank
so
you.
great. If you really did want to share one more thing, you can as well. I just so hyped about what you just shared. That was amazing. If you have any more, I would love to hear an encore if that's cool.
Yeah, I got something else for you.
Got that Afro Baddie.
Okay, I got something else for you. This is my current running single, Afro Baddie.
Play that.
Atlanta, I'm here, baby. My time, my year, baby. Let me make things clear. I ain't got no time for you haters in the ear, ladies. Let me tell you one thing. If you let us smash, ask about the bands. No, not bands, but I'm talking what it rings. If he ain't rocking with you, then it's on the better thing. Yeah, all in my soul just to get it, but some so they know what you feeling. So my eyes and my dome to the ceiling. Praying that the Lord stay with me, cause you know that they kind of make a killing. Oh, what a wonderful feeling. Know that they know rocking with it, never fall, never bend it. Go with the flow, I'm winning. I'm Nicole, I'm chilling. All about my business. Afro Baddie, yeah. Call me Zaddy, yeah. Afro Baddie, yeah. Call me Zaddy, yeah. We so cold, yeah. Skin like gold, yeah. Stay like me, yeah. Respect the queens, yeah. Afro Baddie, yeah. Call me Zaddy, yeah. Afro Baddie, yeah. Call me Zaddy, yeah. We so cold, yeah. Skin like gold, yeah. Stay like me, yeah. Respect the queens, yeah. They say I'm out of my mind. Well, I say stay out of mind. Now, matter of fact, go ahead, hop inside, take a joy ride, and get out of your mind. Spit out, shit, the best out of what's think about, but you're not that my soul inside. I can find your whole better stay in line. And they concrete juggle with an abstract mind, yeah. So I hate the vibe, but can see, what can do, no shit for the blind. She's a fair false witness, yeah, we call that line on my Crowd paying on who the vibe. Peace stay, other peace I cry. Peace stay these days on the night I got. Peace stay these days on the 135. Peace stay these days on the 135. No, Afro Betty, yeah. Call me Steady, yeah. Afro Betty, yeah. Call me Steady, yeah. We so cold, hey. Skin like gold, yeah. Say like me, yeah. Respect the queen, stay with me. Afro Betty, yeah. Call me Steady.
Afro Betty!
Afro Betty. Call me Steady, yeah. So cold, yeah. Skin like gold, yeah. Say like me, yeah. Respect the queens, yeah. Hey, yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. That's Afro Betty.
Afro Betty.
Woo!
I hope
Nice.
I got a little energy, you know what I'm saying? I
No.
hope I did all right.
Oh my
Yeah.
goodness. How can we not be hyped after that? That was so good. I'm so glad. Yo, I'm so glad that I asked you to do another song because it was like escalating towards that last one. I don't know if you saw that, but you got into that last one, you know? Like I felt that. I was so hyped about that, you know, as like my soul is like a hype man. So to be able to like be around talent to that level that you're like just, you know, thank you so much for joining us. And I can't wait for you to join us again. We should definitely have you. Yeah, I'm like, someone just wrote Anto's sweating. I'm actually sweating. Like, that's how little exercise. Yeah, that's how little exercise I've been doing. Is that
Thank you guys so much. Thank you.
We would love to have you though on the showcase at some point as well. So thank you for joining us on the open mic. That was some amazing, you know, being able to share. Just your talent is so great, you know. So being able to actually have you on our show and the open mic, it just means everything to us. And what time is it in Atlanta? Is it still the same time?
Well, it's 11:23 here.
Oh yeah, okay, cool, yeah. So that's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Oh
I've
man,
never been to
and you know
Atlanta.
I
I have
feel
no
that,
idea.
and that energy is still there. So it's
For sure,
fun,
for
man.
sure, yeah. Definitely.
Thank you so
Okay.
much. Peace,
Yeah, thank
love,
you
and
so
light
much.
to everybody.
Yeah, and we put all
Thank
of
you.
the contacts in there. And we got so it's Nini Nicole, so Nini.Nicole ATL. And then we got Mary Grace, who's the one who contacted me. We got another one, Linktree, Nini Nicole, so it has all of the stuff. I think that's what Linktree does, right? It has like all of your skills and stuff. Okay, cool. I'm such an old man in those moments. I'm like, yeah, that's what that is. I have no idea. I'm like, yeah, go do that. So awesome. Okay, so our next person who's going to share right now, they've been working on a piece of art for the last little bit. They wanted to actually share it and have a couple words. So if you guys want to give a big round of applause right now for Claire joining us right here. Give a big round of applause right here.
Woo!
There you are, Claire.
Love
everyone.
it.
Woo! See me, enjoy me. Although I'm not an Afro baddie, just a regular baddie. Is that okay? Hello? Hear me?
You're still an Afro Betty.
I think so, but you know. Anyway, this piece of art I've been making, I actually have some sketches that I can show like for the painting. So I wanted to show those first, but like I want to turn the camera 1 second. So I've got, this is sketch number 1. So this is, I first moved to my place here. So this is the painting I've been making since I moved. So like this plant is an aloe plant and it kind of froze in the move. This is some guy from the train, but like, this is like a very anxious kind of drawing about COVID under a table. Yeah, so this basil I've been working on and I've been making like paintings of it. So when the first plant died, the second plant, I've been kind of like obsessing over it a little bit and like eating it because it's basil. So I've been making like paintings of it. And then I have the painting I'm making now. Yeah, so it's kind of like, this is kind of because, fucking hell, sorry. I want to turn the camera again. Hold on. Sorry, it's my first time I use Zoom also. So because like the original thing that I really loved died, I was like sad because I wanted that thing to, I didn't want it to die. I wasn't intending it. Like I put it in the moving van and because it's mostly water and it was so cold, it froze and died. And then so I still had the pot and everything and the dirt is still good. So I bought basil from the grocery store and was like, oh, like I'll just draw it every day until it's gone, until I ate all of it. and then I decided to immortalize it in a painting. So like, this is the basil.
Oh, beautiful.
Looks so nice. Can you show us like a closer detail? Oh yes,
Yeah,
like closer detail.
Yeah, so this is what I was doing today. So today I was doing like all of this nice glazing. So all
Yeah.
of these kinds of things. That's what I was doing. So it doesn't really require that attention. Like it's just kind of putting colors over what I already did. So this is the stuff that's been dry like for weeks now. This is kind of the new basil.
That's so gorgeous.
And then this is like a glazed. Sorry, my camera's like. Is that better? I don't know. Yeah. It's hard to see. Like that's why it's so good to see paintings live, you know.
For sure.
But yeah, I did this today, which I like. It's like a glare of the leaf here.
How many hours would you say you've put into it so far?
Hours?
Yeah.
Very like the drawing, all of the drawing of the plant, probably like 5, and maybe the painting is like kind of a painting I had from university that I'm kind of painting over. So like just this new layer in the new house, maybe like 4 or 5. So like not that many. There's still like a long way to go.
It looks great.
Yeah, but I was inspired, you know, because I just was remembering like all of the nice times I've had at 1017 and like, you know, how excited people there are about art. And I was like, oh, like Adrian's running for the Green Party. Like we should all vote for him. Like that's so much hype for him. But I just moved to Montreal, so I can't vote for him in that area because it's a regional thing, right? And I just moved. So like my heart is kind of like grieving also because I moved to a new city in the time of like an isolation time, so I can't go out and meet new people. So that's why I'm mostly painting kind of things that are in the house. You know.
Thank you for sharing. So that's awesome.
Yeah, that's all I really wanted to say. I only really wanted like 5 minutes of your time, but yeah, it's great to talk to you, and everyone should support their fellow artists. I think at this time, if you know somebody who's saying like, yeah, watch this thing, support this thing, I always watch, like even if I'm the only one who watches. Oh yeah, and check out my website and everything, moonspademagic.com. You know, learn the story of why I have this tattoo, and my page is at Claire Tangerine. So Claire like the right way with the I and the E, and tangerine like the fruit.
Nice. Thank you so much. And
Claire.
it looks like you got a hype man right there for you, putting in all your info here.
Yeah, that's my best friend for life, you know.
Yeah, awesome.
We moved together, and now we're trapped together in the same house. And we'll probably have our 1-year anniversary in here too, which will be great. And his birthday, haha.
Awesome.
Yeah. Okay, bye.
All
My
right,
battery's
thank you so much. All right. Whoa, guys, like I told you guys, that's what this is all about. We want you guys to be able to share yourselves. So one more time, give a big round of applause for Claire. Moonscape Magic.
Hey.
Yes, that was cool. I really love that, and to be able to see the process and connect to that process too. All the artists out there, and people who are wanting to do more art as well. That's one of the things that is very interesting, more than we actually realized before. Now that we're starting to share it, I'm realizing how important it is to be able to not only share like the final product that's like, look how beautiful this is, only this. It's like, talk about that process as well, all the work that we're doing to get to that point, and to be able to share that too, because that's what I love. That's one of the reasons why I love like free flow poetry, like where you're not like making it perfect. Every day I've been writing during the National Poetry Month, just so that I can be able to get to that point where it's like, okay, I'm just literally writing whatever I'm thinking. I'm not judging it at all. I'm just able to like flow in that way, and to be able to like see other people who are, you know, challenging themselves to do new things in art. That's what this is all about. So that's why we do these shows on Saturdays. Hopefully, you know, many of you guys are able to continue to join us. We actually have someone who's done the show and the open mic before, and he is really hyped to do this. He's been here. He watched the whole show, and now it's his turn to share. Give a big round of applause right now for Jim, everybody. Yes. Where are you at?
Welcome, Jim.
Check. Can you you hear me? Can you hear
Yeah,
me?
we've
Okay,
got
yes, okay.
Steve Day is making a bit of noise, so we're gonna mute him.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Sorry, the little green bar on my microphone's not doing anything. So just want to let everyone know this is my second time performing comedy. So it's kind of like watching someone learn to fire eat. Expect me to catch on fire. So how's everyone doing tonight? Like, I'm still hyped from meeting Nicole. It was so good. Everyone else is sharing is fantastic. But have you noticed that when people ask, how are you doing? That's changing. A month ago, I could mess with people. Hey, Jim, how are you doing? Oh, well, my wife's really struggling. She's worried she's got endometritis. My daughter's like freaking out because she might have her first period sometime soon. I think they're both PMSing at the same time. Like, oh, this is getting bad. My wife asked me to go downstairs to get a table, and I was pulling up the table leg. I'm like, this would be a great murder weapon. But, things are going okay. I'm feeling good. Like, hashtag blessed, like attitude of gratitude. But nowadays, when people are like, how are you? It's like, well, I'm not dying, I think. And so really all they're asking is like, do they need to quarantine themselves for 14 days after seeing me? And they want to make sure that I don't give their computer a computer virus. Sorry, that's a terrible joke, but a tech geek, I just can't let that one go by. I'm sorry. So as COVID-19 has dragged on, my wife and I are starting to try and reclaim the TV from our daughter. And we've decided to start introducing her to some more adult shows. It's time that she sees something different. And the first show my wife wanted to show my daughter was Jane the Virgin. Really great show to introduce kids. If you don't know, it's all about a woman who was artificially inseminated accidentally to have someone else's baby. Meanwhile, there are drug lords. There's all sorts of murder and crime and sex and, great kids stuff. My thinking behind it partially is that my daughter, she's a really smart kid. And I figure either she's going to grow up and change the world or she's going to be a crime boss. And well, maybe I show her what happens if she becomes a crime boss. Maybe kind of tweak her towards the other side. After watching Jane the Virgin, she's started playing that she's pregnant. And, great thing for a 9-year-old girl to be pretending, oh, Daddy, I'm pregnant. So just the other night, she said to me, Daddy, tomorrow we're going to have a sex reveal party. And I was taken aback. I'm like, sex reveal party? Like that's a term that just brings to mind all sorts of inappropriate things. Like, are you going to tell me which stuffy is the father? Or like, are you asking us to like show you something that I'm not comfortable with? Because when I was your age, a sex reveal party was sneaking into my brother's bedroom and digging under his mattress for his porno mags. So after I got her to sleep, we went downstairs and I mentioned this to my wife. I'm like, what kind of inspired this? This is terminology that I've never heard before. And she's like, oh, well, I really wanted to make sure that we brought her into the 21st century because gender is a social construct. And she was saying she wanted to have a gender reveal party. And you can't have a gender reveal party for a baby. She needs to have a sex reveal party. I'm like, okay, I can get behind this. So my wife and I are now baking a cake, all so that we can say to her, hey, baby, congratulations, it's a vulva. So that's it for me for tonight. Thanks so much for laughing along and giving me space to.
Yo,
that was great, man. Loved it again.
Yo, and Jim, where did you do your first spot?
I did my first spot here 2 weeks ago at the FreeFlow Showcase. You guys are such an amazing community. Loving it. I live in the middle of nowhere, about 3 hours north of west of Toronto. So a friend of mine who lives in Toronto said, hey, you need to check these guys out. And I did. And so grateful.
Yo, so happy to hear that. And I that's what this is all about, man. This is all about. So everybody give a big round of applause for Jim Mondry, everybody. Yeah.
Thank you, everyone.
You crushed it. You did a great job, man. I hope you know that. And I don't tell that to every comedian. It's not easy doing Zoom like comedy, but you did a great set. I love being able to look up and see all the people's faces. I hope you're doing that too, right? As a comedian, that's what you got to do. Sometimes you got to like let them all unmute themselves and then see all their faces like, Like, look how much Ashley is loving my set right now. Is it like I'm kidding? Oh, there it is. Oh, that's so funny. So this is so cool though. Like, I can't believe we've reached Atlanta. I can't believe that we've like been connecting the people 3 hours away. You could have told us that you're on the North Pole, and we would have no idea where everybody is. So
Where is he though? I'm curious. Jim, can you tell us where you are?
Hours.
I'm in Port Elgin, Ontario, which
okay.
is on the shores of Lake Huron. I don't know how I can be more specific, but the geography is kind of middle of nowhere.
That's great. Awesome.
Well,
very cool.
I'm sure our friends that are from the US are like, yeah, I know where all those places. I don't even know where those places are. I'm like, what the fuck is Port Elgin? I don't even know. Whatever. So yeah, but 3 hours away. So that's awesome. You could join us. We really appreciate it. So our next performer, I hope that you're also. Are you in Atlanta as well? I'm not really sure. But you seem to have the same last name as Nini, so maybe you are, maybe you're not. But I hope everybody can give all of their love right now to Ellie coming up here. Give it up.
Hello. Hi. How is everybody doing? Happy Saturday. Yeah, so my name is Eli. I'm out here in Atlanta, Georgia. Nini Nicole is actually my teammate. Shout out to Can Fam. And yeah, I want to take you guys to paradise real quick, if that's all right.
Please do.
Yes, for sure.
It's not the pain that excites me, that thrills and delights me. Oh no, it's just the nearness of you. Oh, you. So again, my name is Eli. Like I said, I want to take out to paradise. I think my E strings out of tune. It was a small suggestion. His hand on my spine, his breath on my neckline. Organic was put in my ear just to make it a little sweeter. Grab my hips, I heat up and it says to me, go put yourself in heels and we'll take a trip where I like it. Do whatever you like make love to the sunrise. It's the motion in the winds and moves us across this ocean. I fell into his potion, he is paradise. What a lovely day, what a lovely day, what a lovely day. I could try to resist you, but it just ain't right. I think I'm hypnotized. Oh yeah, yeah, the way you grip my thighs. But then you moving closer. Your presence is to my shoulder. I love it when he says to me, go put yourself in here. Oh, no, take a trip where I like it. Do whatever you like make love to the sunrise. It's the motion in the wind that moves us across this ocean. I fell into his potion, he is paradise. So what a lovely day, oh, what a lovely day, oh, what a lovely day, oh, what a lovely day. I think it's kinda cute how he was so smooth. He wants to take me to paradise. And I think it's kinda cute how he was so smooth. He wants to take me to paradise again. So what a lovely day, oh, what a lovely day, oh, what a lovely day, oh, what a lovely day. And I think it's kinda cute how you are so smooth. He wants to take me to paradise again.
Woo!
Yeah.
That was amazing.
Yeah, so that one, so all my songs are previously recorded. Like I have tracks, but I've created covers of my own songs, and that was a cover of a song I released last summer, Paradise.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. More or
Yeah, definitely. Go one more if you'd like. That'd be great.
okay, cool. So
You're
this
amazing, by
next
the way.
song, I wrote a few years ago. It was actually my first single, and it's a little darker than the first one. I was going through some things. This one's called Careless. It was one of those evenings when the season's brightest greetings and we got caught in the open. The room as I stare, challenged by the glare of wanting you. Yeah, but there were worries out the window, no hesitations in the view line. I didn't care about your past time, I just wanted all of you. We ran away to seek shelter, left alone too soon. So it was us against the pressure, more time to love. Well, maybe I'm jaded, it's not love, but heroes our bodies and this not for none. So save it, oh save it, it's over this time. You don't die, you and I. But you're careless with my heart, you're careless with my soul, and you're careless with my heart, and you're careless with my soul, and you're careless with my heart, you're careless with my soul, with my soul. Now you say you want it out. I knew that from the word, especially your beauty was my enemy. Still I tossed and turned all night, waiting for your touch, but I knew we were slipping away. Still, with the words off the window, no reputations in the view line. I didn't care about your past time, I just wanted all of you. We ran away to seek shelter, left alone too long. So against the pressure, no time to load. I apologize for trying to fly with broken wings, but the product of the sense trying to slow the things. Living best is a bad call, reversing the place. But now I wish I could fast forward the day, cause I'm dragging to the darkness. I put the softest kiss turn into a hard kiss. I never said it'd be easy, but the best of the people instead of whispering. Now it seems I'm being pushed away from taking steps. I gave my time to provide, swallow my pride through all of the care, but part of me that's hard to describe. But hold up, while we acting like a roller sacred, overstated idioms that got me like a motivation coordinating greatly. Even if you hate me, could never say I never fought to keep your safety. It's impossible to break me to the slow. Say I'm careless, but you're so walking 10 blocks with a thumb rose on my palm and the blood flows. No, but it's hard to reciprocate love when it's never shown. But maybe I'm jaded, not for love, but you have eyes and ears, not for none. So save it, oh save it, it's over this time. You don't die, and cause you careless with my heart, and you careless with my soul, and you careless with my heart, and you careless with my soul, and you careless with my heart, with my soul. I ended on the wrong note. I do that.
That was beautiful, though. That was amazing.
Fire.
Thank you
That
so
was
much.
awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you, thank you. Yes, so you can, I'm on all streaming platforms, Eli Official Music, ELI Official Music. And I just dropped a single today, so please check that out. It's everywhere. Eli Black Diamond.
Nice.
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you. I appreciate you guys for having me.
Appreciate you. Thank you so much for sharing. Everybody, one more time, give a big round of applause for Eli.
Woo.
Yeah.
Yes. That's amazing to be able to see people. Are you in Atlanta as well?
Yeah.
Yes, I am. Yeah.
That's so cool. Hopefully you guys could join us. It's the same time I recently learned. So very recently, you got to see the learning of it and be like, oh, okay. Yes, you're welcome to join us any week. We are booking people into May, and this goes out to many of our people who were shared on the open mic tonight as well. Let us know whenever you guys want to jump on. And it's amazing that you released your single today. And look, Mary Grace is hustling for you right now.
Yeah,
thanks for years. So, yeah, shout out to Mary Grace, making connections. We appreciate you. So,
Can I ask? How did you find out about the show?
Mary Grace.
Mary Grace, yeah, my manager.
Oh, very cool. And
yeah,
I guess
she hit us up like Mary, like 3 hours ago or something.
Yeah, exactly. But you know, my talent's ready. They're ready.
Awesome.
No, but it's through Eventbrite.
Oh, that's so cool. Thank you for just coming out and giving it a shot. Yeah, it's great.
Now I just want to know what Mary Grace looks like. You know, like in the Wizard of Oz, you're like, I wonder who's pulling all these strings here. It's like what they look like.
I look Filipina.
Oh, amazing! That's great. That's great. Well, thank you so much for connecting us together. Like I mentioned, into May. If you guys want to get booked onto the show again, let us know any week you guys want in May. We would love to have you guys. It was such a pleasure to have you both, and Mary as well. So thank you for this. We got to keep moving forward. We got actually 2 more performers, and then we're going to close out the show. But our next performer, I've known for many years. We've been annoying each other for the last 8 years together as comedians. And he is one of my favorite people. He actually helped me. I actually just submitted for the CBC sitcom thing, and he stayed up like till super late last night to be able to help me with this. He's such a good friend, and he's even better talent, guys. Give a big round of applause for Vei Chong, everybody. Give it up for him. Where's he at? There he is. Oh, yeah, there he is. Did I say Vei Chong or Vei Palm? Can't hear you, man. Can't hear you, man. Hello? Still can't hear you.
I could read his lips on that one.
Still, no, can't hear you, man.
The camera looks great, though.
No, why don't you do
Look
it?
at
And
that
then
focus.
I'll just talk over it and I know your act. Hey,
No.
what's the deal with this audio?
How's this?
That's it. You got it.
Thank you, guys. Give it up for Anto, everybody, for hosting the show.
It's working?
Yep, it's working. Hey, my girlfriend's here. She's my real audience. I don't know if you guys are real. Sorry. I just don't know anymore. All I see are these people going outside. We're not supposed to go outside. You know, I feel like an old person dies every time we go outside, you know? The deal with that. My name is Vei Chong. That's spelled V-E-I. You can't spell 3-letter names. I was born in Asia, grew up in Canada. I feel like I got the best of both worlds. Probably means I go up oppressed and depressed. Thank you very much. I'm also, I consider myself a musical comedian. You know,
Show us what you're doing.
I try to add jokes to that. You know, funny accents like the Moog synthesizer was built in 1978.
No, show us. We can't see you.
Sorry, but do you hear the music though? You heard the...
Yeah, it's coming. We get it. Yeah.
This is what I spent all the relief money on. Hold on, I got something for you guys. You know, I'm a man. I'm a jack of all trades, right? I don't just use relief money for expensive equipment. Okay. You guys, can I get a favorite dead animal? I mean, sorry, a favorite dead pet name. Can I get just
No.
Pinky this off for your dog, all right?
Pinky in the brain.
Sorry?
Pinky in the brain.
Pinky and the brain. One is the genius, the other. This is the story of Pinky and the brain. One is the genius. The other's insane. Something like that? Something like that. I don't know. That's what I've been doing. I just started this. I don't know. This is my first comedy show. I haven't talked to anyone for about 20 years. I'm actually one of these conspiracy theories. You know, so it just worked out fine. Do you guys like hip hop? Can I get like, you know, I've always been a fan of hip hop. You know, always wanted to be on BET back in the day, and you know, where's that? Where's that nowadays, huh? There's no more BET. And my shit ain't working. That's fine. You know, I could do it manually. Just be like, you know, boom, boom, boom. You know what I mean? But yeah, thanks guys. Have a good night. Thanks for listening.
All right, guys. Yeah.
Hey, we love you, man. That was beautiful.
Hope the camera's still on.
Adrian gets the spotlight.
Oh, guys, give a big round of applause for Bei Chong. Yeah. Holy, guys, this is so fun. I have such a blast every single Saturday when we're doing this show, and to be able to bring all my friends, new and old, it's what it's all about. So especially anybody who's out there sleeping in an art gallery, this is for you guys. Big shout. That got him up nice and quick. He's had a long day. This would be like if I was actually at a live show and then someone fell asleep in the audience. Like, I gotta call him out. I can't just let that pass by. So we got one more performer. He has joined us right here, and we're very excited to have him come on and share. So if everybody could give a big round of applause for Stephen Oh, I don't know if the audio's there.
So, I think
there you go. There you go.
Wow. Okay. I was not expecting to to do anything. Wow. How's everybody doing?
Great.
Good.
You well.
Okay. Let me think. I think I have one that I could share. I don't ever have any names for like any poems or anything that I write, but don't laugh if I mess up. I just try to go off memory as far as this.
Mm-hmm.
It goes. Oh, thank you. Yeah, this is. I stay in my feelings. Let's see. Okay. Frigid or freezing. I lost some things I believed in, like loving, living, and leaving, and pleaded for God to bless me. I'm stressing and second guessing and rhyming Cali with reason and understanding my facts that I might be here for a reason. Thank God for the goat that kept me and all the lovers that left me and teams that just called to cut me and folks that said I was lucky when friends who followed with favor. When Deacon said, tell your neighbor, I yelled and screamed at my savior to save me and somehow savored the fruits I had overplanted from overbearing my labor. Like, fuck. No point to rush when the water won't run instead. Yeah. Could probably swim if you saw the tears that I shed. Lucky enough, I drifted instead. But tell me, how many times I got to reach for you when you won't reach for more? How many times I got to sail away to show you that I'm sure? How many times I got to knock for you to even see the door? How many texts I got to call in for you to even see I'm distant? Journey solemns with isms and peaceful lost in my youth, and I'm thinking of other shit, and I'm just, excuse my cussing, by the way. All this shit, and I'm fighting Nebuchadnezzar. I'm sorry, y'all. I don't really have much. Well, actually, yeah, I'm fighting Nebuchadnezzar. But Jesus, he looked at reach and he told me, let go to reefer and other shit that's facetious. I can't really think of nothing else, you guys. The rest of that's just off the top of the head. So.
Thank you so much, man.
Yeah.
I could keep going with other stuff.
Yeah, keep it going, man. Keep it going.
Yeah,
Yes.
feel free. You're doing so great. We love you. Thank you for sharing with us.
No problem. Thank you for hearing me. Okay, I'll just pick back up on that. Fine. Okay. Tumbling and turning, I found myself in the furnace. I'm fighting Nebuchadnezzar, but Jesus. He looked at reach and he told me, let go to reefer and other shit that's facetious. I'm speechless. His nappy hair resembled mine in Egypt. I drowned my soul in the waters. I found my youth in a fountain. My ex be watching the count and my soul quadrupled in worth. This journey could move a mountain more hills than cleft in the Fuji's for all them hymnals that knew me, a lesson I learned since birth. Thank God for the gold that kept me, the shit I stuffed in my luggage, the metal detector buzzing, swear TSA keeps on hating. Sir, please just step to the side, there's too many dreams in your luggage. I roll my eyes, y'all be bugging, I think I might miss my flight. A spirit and carry gold, although women want the wrong gold. How you overlook a dope soul? This illusion is rather brash, but I found a use and unusual. Built the ark, I need two of you. Overlooked, but I'm beautiful, diamond ring in the trash. Do you love like you say you do, ugly swan, but it's beauty too. Laid an egg that was gold, but your heart ain't equally yoked. There's some lessons throughout this happiness. Nappy hair stayed afloat when the fortune cookie said nope as I cracked it and crashed the boat. Do you dream like you say you do? Do you still hold that hope? Shit, I hope your mama is well. If you need me, I'll throw a road. Hope you stop with the fight and learn to just love and cope. Hope you put down the bottleneck. Brother can help you grow. Hope you look in the mirrors today and you see the growth. Hope you know that your substance ain't based on a lack of comment. Hope I let go of fear for the change and embrace what's coming. How can I pray for you? That's about it.
Yeah.
Yes, Steven.
That was so good.
Great job.
That was awesome.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Yes, I love this shit. I love this so much. Guys, that's what it's all about in that okay. I just gotta express this. So the idea is this whole show is all about exactly what just happened in Steven's set. So it's like we're all motivated, we're all excited about what you're sharing, and then for you to be able to ask openly, is that cool if I just keep going? And everybody just wants to pour their love onto you, let you know how we're supporting you. We're so grateful that you wanted to share in the first place, let alone asking us our opinions if we want more of that. We fucking want more, right? So I loved it. Thank you so much for that. That was what it's all about. I love your shirt, by the way, the feels. You gave so many of us the feels, and we're so grateful that you're sharing with us. Please keep joining us, and we want to book you on our show as well to be able to come in on the showcase so that it's like the full room as well. So, but that has been our show, guys. This has been an amazing event. As the night went on, more and more people were able to join us, more and more talents, and then the open mic was like fire, guys. I can't even believe that was the open mic. Just so much talent on there. And it was so important for us to have that last moment with you, Steven. So thank you guys so much for joining us. And sometimes we've been hanging out after the shows are done just to discuss the show in general. But what we're going to do is we're going to close off the show now. But if anybody wants to hang out and talk a little bit of art philosophy, chill out a little bit, I'm going to probably hit this this little device I got here, a little weed, so we can hang out a little bit after. So sending you guys all love. Thank you for joining us, and check us out on FreeFlow Showcase, FreeFlow Showcase. If you can't spell that, it's cool. We'll write it in this here. So thank you guys so much, and all the performers. Big shout out to you guys as well. We have Raisa, we had Silva, we had Adrian, we had Daniel, we had, who else did we have?
We had Millsy.
Millsy.
And we had Ashley and Lou.
Ashley and Lou. So
this
good.
was just on the bill. And
Yes.
guys, a big hand for Anto, the best host in the world, right here. Remember where you saw him first. Anto, beautiful job. Thank you for steering this ship.
Yes.
You did a great job.
Captain, yes. All right, guys. Thank you. Have a good night. We love you guys.
Thank you. Have a good one.
Thank you, everyone.
All right.
Good night, guys.
Good night.
Night, guys. Thank you.
Yeah, good night.
Who's staying?
Love you all, guys. Good night.
Love you, Raisa. Have a wonderful sleep.
Yeah, who's staying? What's up?
Yeah.
What's up? What's up?
When I heard Steven was coming on, I was sitting on the toilet and I literally didn't wash my hands and I just like ran here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be back.
Oh, not nice. Not nice.
Oh, it's so funny.
That was fun.
That was awesome, yo.
That was
I can't believe those people from Atlanta came and hung out with us.
I wonder how they found. Is Steven from Atlanta as well?
Yeah, he is, but he's one of my friends and they like knew him.
No,
Okay.
they found him through my Eventbrite page.
Oh, that's what she said. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they did, but Steven, like, he's my friend, but he knew them.
Yeah, Mary Grace was like, "Oh, Steven." So
Yeah, I was like, hello?
Probably
It's such a small world.
Atlanta's tiny. Come on, there's probably like 7 people there.
Oh, wow.
Are you dumb?
Yeah, I was like, that was so good. Yeah, that was really good.
Are those nunchucks in your hand, Ando? Oh, no.
Oh, no, I'm just going to hit them with this vape.
Okay. This is all going to be published, just so you know, I guess.
Oh, right now it's recording. Oh, my gosh.
Just so you know. Bye, Taylor.
He's already gone.
Yeah, he's split.
Long gone.
Okay, you know what? I can stop the recording.
Yeah. But it's cool, man. Yo, it's all good. Yo,
Yeah, usually it just ends when I end the show and then it downloads to my hard drive.
Yeah, so just we're just gonna chill. So yeah, you could end it. I don't think we're
Okay, if I hit stop. Okay, bye.